The following is a presentation of Baldwin Sports Live, your home for live coverage of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at haydenoutdoors.com. Also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Codiano State Farm Insurance, Heartland Plumbing, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hers Incorporated, Rice Precision Manufacturing, The Bullpen, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, New Frontier Tax and Business Services, the Lumberyard Arts Center, Jobats, Baldwin City Community Newspaper, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin Sports Live.
Welcome to another night of Bulldog basketball on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. I'm Bryce Kessler along with Ryan Hilmer as we get set for another night of hoops. The Burlington Wildcats in town tonight as we welcome you inside the Baldwin State Bank pregame show here on Baldwin Sports Live. Baldwin State Bank, whether it's personal finances, business money management, loans and credit, or savings for retirement, you get personal service from people who care. It's your hometown community bank. For over 120 years, they've helped serve our community. Enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. We are looking forward to another night of basketball here on Baldwin Sports Live tonight, where both the Baldwin boys and girls look to extend their unbeaten starts to 3-0 respectively, while the Burlington Wildcats come into town 0-2 on both the girls and the boys' side. So we'll see if either one of those things changes or whether the same holds here tonight, as Baldwin on the girls' side looking to get to 3-0 for the first time since 2019. So it hasn't been too long since they've hit that mark. But for the boys, you got to go a little bit further back. 2015, the last time the Baldwin boys started 3-0. They'll have a chance to do that here tonight on their home floor. More of the Baldwin State Bank pregame show when we return. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Baldwin and Burlington coming up here on Baldwin Sports Live tonight during the Baldwin State Bank pregame show as we welcome in the visitors from Burlington, Kansas tonight. The girls are 0-2 for Burlington, coming off of a 14-win season a year ago, but they lost several players, a couple of all-leaguers from a year ago gone for Burlington. They do have a two-time first-team All-Pioneer League guard in Harley Young back to help lead this year's group, but they have gotten off to a tough start. They have now scored just 22 points and 19 points in their first two games of the year, while allowing 50-plus in both of them. Tuesday night, They were on the road at Lewisburg and lost that game 56-19 after losing to Holton to open the year 53-22. So it's been a bit of a tough start for Burlington as they come into their third game of the season, and tonight they take on a Baldwin team that is fresh off of a 14-point win on the road at Anderson County on Tuesday night. They never trailed for the second consecutive game while getting to 2-0 to start this young season. But it was really a tale of two different halves, Ryan. A really good first half where they led 30-16, but then only scored 13 points in the second half. Now, they only held Anderson County to 15, so in the long run, it didn't matter. They still win that ball game, but it was kind of a tale of two halves, and we'll see if that's something that ends up becoming an issue for Baldwin this year, or whether we can just put that one in the review. It's early season. They're going to go through some growing pains, but the way they played in that first half, they're going to be a tough out for anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Both the boys and the girls, I've seen a lot of good things from each team, and like you mentioned, a great opportunity tonight for each of those squads to go 3-0, get a nice hot start to the season, and overall, I think the girls especially, I think, have shot the ball really well. They're going to play another zone team tonight, see if they can shoot the ball well again. And I think they've played really hard. They've played together. And so, like you mentioned, chance to go 3-0, start this season off hot. First time, I don't know what you said since. But,
19.
No, it's first time since 19, so a good opportunity tonight.
And they started 5-0 that season, and that's certainly in the cards for them this year with the next couple of games coming up. Lewisburg, that'll be a tough one next Tuesday. They're 2-0 to start, but that'll be a nice early test for them. Not to look past this game by any stretch, but you look at what's ahead before that Christmas break. Lewisburg, Spring Hill, and Tonganoxie. So a couple of league foes there, a couple of teams in Lewisburg and Spring Hill that are unbeaten, although I guess Spring Hill, I believe, did play last night in the tournament. I did not update my record for them to see what happened, but regardless, they'll have a couple of tough games coming up and a nice little test for them before they hit that Christmas break, but certainly want to keep the momentum going, and they'll look to do that tonight against Burlington. They have defeated 8 of the last 12 times these two teams played. Last year, though, Burlington upset Baldwin 49-45 in a close game down in Burlington. It was Burlington's first win since 2011 against Baldwin, and that snapped a 6-game Baldwin win streak in the head-to-head. So we'll see if Baldwin can get back on the right side of that tonight. The last several have all been very close. 4, 4, and 7. Those have been the winning margins of the last 3 head-to-heads between these two teams. So perhaps another good one in store tonight. You're watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show as we take a look at some more of the matchups when we come back here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Burlington Wildcats in town tonight to take on the Baldwin Bulldogs. You're watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show as we get you set for the opening tip of the girls' game coming up here in less than 10 minutes from now. Take a look at the scouting report. Don't have a whole lot on this Burlington team, but we've mentioned that they're 0-2 to start this year. Ryan talked about the zone defense. That's what they have shown on film so far, a 1-3-1 zone. So a little bit of a different look of a zone. They saw 2-3 zone, they being Baldwin on Tuesday night against Anderson County. Handled that pretty well in the first half, shot the ball really well. They made 6 more threes. They have made now 6 threes in each of their first 2 games to start this year. Tonight they'll see a 1-3-1 zone, so a little bit different look as far as that goes, but they fared pretty well so far against zone defense.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they did a really nice job of penetrating the gaps in that zone and having somebody, flash the high post and making that zone collapse. And then that's when you can kind of have some more freedom to kick it out to some shooters and get some wide open shots. I think everything kind of went through Carly Neufeld in that first half last game out, and we'll see if she features heavily here in this first half and see if she can get off to another hot start shooting like she did in that last game against Anderson County.
15 points in the first half for Neufeld. She ended up with only 17 as the entire offense really kind of went stagnant in the second half. They only scored 13 total points following the intermission, but a win is a win, and that's what they picked up on Tuesday night. Offensively for Burlington, from what I've seen, it looks like they love to pretty much run everything out of kind of a 1-4 high horns set is what they a lot of times will call it, which does potentially open you up to some backdoor cuts, some slips on some of those screens up top because there's really nobody that hangs out underneath down on what the traditional block would be. So we'll see how Baldwin attacks that defensively. If they're ready for that, I'm sure they are, but it is a little bit of a different look. Pretty much everything exclusively happens, all the action above the free throw line, so that'll be the defensive call they'll have to contend with tonight.
Yeah, and Baldwin's been pretty good in the half court. They're moving their feet. They're helping each other out, communicating really well. But I think tonight it's going to be a lot of that full court pressure that we've seen from Baldwin and trying to force some turnovers. I think they're going to have a lot of opportunities to get some easy baskets tonight off of that full court press, so we'll see how that comes into play tonight.
Perhaps that will be part of our game plan, which is coming up next as we get you set for tip-off between Baldwin and Burlington. You've been watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. More is coming up right after this here on Baldwin Sports Live.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Time to take a look at tonight's game plan as we welcome you back to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show, getting you set for Burlington and Baldwin. Coming up here on Baldwin Sports Live, the State Farm Insurance game plan brought to you by your State Farm agent Cody Anno. Stop by for a cup of coffee, meet the team over at State Farm Insurance. They'd love to get to know you and find out how he can help you protect the people and things that you value most. Whether it's updating your current policy or looking to switch to something new, go see Cody Anno at State Farm Insurance for a game plan with that insurance at 208 Baker Street in Baldwin City, or call 785-594-0270 and online at codyismyagent.com. As we take a look at that game plan, you talked about it, the defense, the press. That's been a key for Baldwin and expected to be another big key for them here in this matchup.
Yeah, I think that's got to be number one in terms of like how they get their scoring opportunities tonight is starting on the defensive end. You force some turnovers, get some easy layups and some runouts. I think that'll vault them to another good start here tonight. And then against that 1-3-1 zone in the half court, you kind of mentioned it's a little bit different than what they saw against Anderson County. You're going to want to have to get the ball to the corners, and that's a place where Baldwin really likes to attack from is those corners. And if they can do that tonight, I think they're going to have a good effort tonight and have a good chance at winning things.
Baldwin looking to get to 3-0 here on the girls' side as they host Burlington. That's your State Farm Insurance game plan, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, Cody Anno. You've been watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Tip-off is coming up right after this, along with your starting lineups here on the home of the Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenOutdoors.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. One hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger. I don't really
You wouldn't do it there.
That'd be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Here we go tonight, Burlington and Baldwin on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Time for your starting lineups. They are brought to you by the Lumberyard Arts Center. As you see, the visiting Burlington Wildcats, 5'6" senior Josie Pfeiffer, a 5'3" senior Brenna Booker, two-time first-team All-Leaguer, 5'7" senior Harley Young. She was honorable mention All-State this past year as well. A 5'7" sophomore Gracie Burke and a 5'8" sophomore Olivia Bangs. The head coach is Aaron McGowan for the 0-2 Burlington Wildcats. And for the Baldwin Bulldogs, 5'6" senior Marin Frost has scored 9 points each game of the year so far. 5'7" senior Carly Neufeld, the top scorer right now at 16 points per game. 5'7" senior Emma Kate Lang, second on the team in rebounding at 5.5 per night. Alyssa Reichert is a 5'10" junior, team's leading rebounder, and also leads the team in assists, averaging 6 boards, 2.5 assists per game. And Bailey Smith, a 5'3" junior, rounds out the Baldwin lineup. The head coach is Eric Toot, assisted by Kara Lee and Chad Scobie. Your starting lineups brought to you by the Lumberyard Arts Center. As you take a look at their upcoming lineup on the screen, don't miss out on all of these great events with live music, arts and crafts, unique experiences, youth and adult classes, and so much more offered at the Lumberyard Arts Center. Check them out online at lumberyardartscenter.org. Create, play, and innovate at your creative home in Baldwin City, the Lumberyard Arts Center. Burlington 0-2, Baldwin 2-0 to start this 2022-2023 season. Baldwin looking to get to that 3-0 mark for the first time since 2019, so it's only been a few years, but that always feels good to get off to a hot start. And so far, Baldwin has done that with 2 wins and 2 tries, and now a chance on their home floor for the second time to pick up another W after they defeated Paola in their season opener. Baldwin has scored 43 points in each of their 2 games this year. The defense has been good, though they have held Paola to 36, Anderson County to 29, and that has been somewhat of the issue early this season for Burlington is the offense, as they have been held to just 22 points by Holton and 19 points by Lewisburg. It's time for the opening tip tonight. The opening tip-off is brought to you by Baldwin City Recreation Commission. The hunt is currently on for the annual Jingle Bell Rock. Make sure you're following Baldwin City Rec social media for all the latest clues as you try and hunt down the Baldwin City Recreation Jingle Bell Rock. $300 cash prize for the person who finds that Jingle Bell Rock. So solve the riddles, follow the clues, and become $300 richer. All right, it is time for that opening tip as Alyssa Reichert will jump center with Josie Thafer. Thafer 5'6", Reichert 5'10". And we are underway as the ball ends up in the hands of Baldwin. But they turn it over. Baldwin averaging 13.5 turnovers per game. Give it up on their opening possession. We expect this defense to be able to force a few, but Burlington, it's a decent look there from their all-league guard, Harley Young. Unable to convert, though, and Baldwin will take back over as that ball is out of bounds off of Burlington. Bryce Kessler and Ryan Hilmer with you here from Baldwin tonight. You're watching Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors. Reichert inside. Some contact and a foul will put Alyssa at the free throw line.
Did a better job in that Anderson County game converting from the line. They got there quite a bit once again. Something we've talked about they need to improve upon as the season goes on.
Still only 47% as a team at the line through 2 games. Reichert has had a tough go of it at that free throw line so far with that miss. Now 2 out of 10 to start this season. And she misses both of them, so we're still scoreless as Bangs clears it for Burlington. Baldwin matched up man-to-man here to open this ball game. They like to play high-pressure defense. Inside to Bangs, and she fumbles it out. No, he got knocked out. So it stays with Burlington. Opening minute of this first quarter. No score. 4-point win last year for Burlington over Baldwin. Their first since 2011 over the Bulldogs. This is Young. And misses the mark on that 3, but it is kept in play by Booker.
It's another aspect we've talked about that Baldwin needs to improve is rebounding. They allowed a ton of offensive rebounds their first 2 games.
16 offensive boards given up to Paola. Another 15 offensive rebounds allowed on Tuesday night against Anderson County. And that pass through the mitts of Burke and out of bounds. A Burlington turnover with 6:45 left to play in the first. No score. So Burlington man-to-man as well to start this game. They played a lot of 1-3-1 zone in the game on Tuesday night against Lewisburg, but they are matched up to start this one, and they've so far been successful. A couple of defensive stops early for Burlington. Still no score as the Wildcats have it back in their front court. Neufeld trying to tie it up with Booker, and a jump ball will keep it with Burlington. Young to inbound. Bailey Smith getting that assignment to guard the first-team All-Leaguer Harley Young. And she has been active early, a couple of field goal attempts already for Young, and now she draws a foul against the Baldwin defense. Blocking foul called on Marin Frost. Her first, team's first. Here's Young again. Bailey Smith, a very good on-ball defender. Booker. Looks like she stumbled there, and they will wave off the attempt, and she gets called for the travel.
Yeah, both teams a little stagnant offensively to start this one. Having trouble putting it in the bucket, but both teams also doing a pretty good job defensively, collapsing on those drives. Neufeld.
Fouled by Bangs, who just picked up her second. So this is not a very big team in Burlington. Baldwin, likewise, not a very big team. And Bangs at 5'8" is the tallest of their 5 starters. And just looking down their entire roster, she's the tallest on the roster for them. And now she has 2 first quarter fouls, so she will head to the bench. And in comes Haiti Bergio. Neufeld at the free throw line, hits the first for Baldwin to get the first point on the board in the game. Now let's see if she can make it 2 for 2. She does. Chloe Neufeld will come on now for the Bulldogs. She'll replace Bailey Smith, and I would expect that may be a pretty steady rotation tonight, with that particular spot being charged with having to defend Harley Young, very active player on the offensive end for Burlington. So get some rest. It's Neufeld, the freshman for Baldwin, who now draws the assignment on the senior Harley Young. Booker with a long 2. Reichard the board. Team's leading rebounder through 2 games, averaging 6 a night. Pulled out 8 on Tuesday night against Anderson County on what was a really good all-around game for Alyssa. Neufeld dumps it into Lang. That ball is kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with Baldwin. 5:11 to go in the opening quarter. Just 2-0. Baldwin out in front early on.
I think Baldwin might be a little bit surprised that Burlington's coming out and matching them up man-to-man. They might have been expecting them to be in that zone. Another foul.
Yeah, this one is on Young. They've already lost Bangs to the bench with 2, and Harley Young is a player they definitely cannot afford to get into foul trouble. Neufeld trying to lob that one into Lang. A jump ball is called. That will stay with Baldwin. So we'll get another chance to execute on the baseline inbound here. Reichard. Collected by Pfeiffer. Now Young has it back for Burlington. Reichard with a deflection. Alyssa able to jump the passing lane and does get the roll. So Reichard coming off of a stat sheet filling night. 5 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. And now back-to-back steals for the Baldwin defense leads to at least 1 bucket and a chance at 2 more at the line coming for Carly Neufeld.
That's 2 on Harley Young.
You're right.
Man, that's, you just talked about it. That's one girl they cannot afford to lose, especially this early.
So that's 2 starters in the first 3:29 of this game that have picked up 2 fouls apiece. Olivia Bangs and now Harley Young. And they are both on the bench as Mallory Overa checks in, a 5'4" sophomore. Neufeld able to knock down 1 of the 2 free throws. So Baldwin leading 5-0. Now Bailey Smith back in. It's Carly Neufeld that will check out. And without their all-league senior guard Young on the floor, let's see where Burlington goes. Booker's had a couple of looks down on this end. She's got it right now. Sam Scraper is checked in for Baldwin. She's on the double team right now with Smith. That's close to a 5-second call, you'd think. And a timeout is taken by Burlington. So Aaron McGown trying to avoid a turnover with a timeout there. And with 4:16 to play in this first quarter, it's 5-0 Baldwin. Baldwin Bulldog basketball is presented by Hayden Outdoors, the #1 land brokerage for farm, ranch, and recreational properties. If you're looking to find your next dream property, or maybe you're thinking about listing, then go with the best in the business. Your local Baldwin City brokers, Shad and Penny Sheldon. Check it out at HaydenOutdoors.com. If you are in the market looking for a new property, they do have the perfect little modern farmhouse. I say little, not little, but you know, just figure of speech. Just outside of the city limits, 4 acres of tree-lined, undeveloped farm ground. Beautiful property. Check it out at HaydenOutdoors.com. And there is a bit of a lost track of where you're at on the floor turnover as that inbound pass went to Over, and She dribbled it right into the backcourt after catching it in the front court. So it's a fifth first quarter turnover, first half of the first quarter turnover for Burlington. Carly Neufeld back in for Baldwin. It's Chloe Neufeld with it right now. Out to her sister, who lines up a three from the left wing and puts it right on the money. Well, Carly is off to a really hot start from beyond the arc this season. She's now 8 of 15 this year, and now she hustles back to get the steal, her second steal.
Ooh.
Called for the double dribble after it, but a good defensive effort early by Baldwin, and the Bulldogs lead 8-0 here halfway through the opening period.
That was tough. I thought that first one might have been kind of on a gather, but said that she started her dribble, stopped, and started again.
Neufeld, that's Chloe reacting. Knocked that ball back out of bounds. Alyssa Reichert back in for Baldwin. Neufeld with 6 of the 8 early points for Baldwin. She has scored 15 and 17 in the first 2 games, has led the team in scoring both nights to open the year, and has just been red hot from three-point land. Mid-range jumper is short from Gracie Burke. A rebound by Scraper. Nice outlet to Reichert, who's running the floor. She gets double-teamed. Around it comes to Smith, who's wide open, and misses wide right. Rebounded by Booker. And then Smith commits a foul in the backcourt.
That's really good offense, though, in transition, kind of secondary transition offense. You don't get a layup right away. You work the ball around the perimeter and get a wide-open three. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's one thing, Ryan, that the post players for Baldwin, really on both the boys and the girls side, are really good at, is passing out of the post. A lot of times it feels like in high school ball, the ball finally goes into a post. They just want to shoot the ball up because hey, I don't know when I'm going to get it again. But both these sides, they really pass the ball well out of the post. Short corner jumper misses for Pfeiffer. Gets it back, though.
That's just where you can collapse the defense the most. You get it inside there into the post, and the defense all starts collapsing in. That's when you get those wide open threes outside.
Burke out to Booker. Good help by Neufeld, and it forces another turnover. Scraper needs a little help, though. Long, dangerous pass. Neufeld gets it. Draws a lot of attention. Back to Reichert. And Alyssa will head to the line for 2 more Baldwin foul shots. This will be their 7th and 8th free throw attempts already of this first quarter. And again, we've talked about it. The free throw percentage, not where you want it to be early on in the season, but you have to like the fact that they're getting to the line this much early on and putting some foul issues into Burlington.
Yeah, 100%. That means you're being aggressive. You're playing aggressive basketball, getting to the line. There you go. That's all it takes to just see one go through sometimes. Get yourself on a nice roll.
Frost back in for Baldwin. Over back in for Burlington as Reichert gets the rattle to drop. She and Neufeld have all 10 early points for Baldwin. It's a double-digit lead. We saw this on Tuesday night. They jumped out to a 10-0 lead in that game against Anderson County. Never trailed. And there's a double dribble called on over. So it's 8th turnover now for Burlington, and has been a bit of an issue early out in the season for them. And they've dug them a deep hole here in this opening quarter already.
Yeah, it's kind of an offensively challenged team already, and with their best player, Harley Young, getting 2 early fouls on the bench, it's really putting stress on their offense.
Frost misses the 3, and it's rebounded by Rachel Hernandez. Blocking foul called on Carly Neufeld, her first. Baldwin's 3rd team foul. 2:07 to go in the first. 10-0 Baldwin lead. 6 from Carly Neufeld and 4 from Alyssa Reichert here in this opening 6 minutes played so far. Hernandez to inbound. And it's deflected by Smith and turned over yet again. Good outlet up to Neufeld. Carly pulls up from 8. Bit strong on the attempt, rebounded by Bergio. Burlington, it's been a bit since they've even really had a field goal attempt. There's a good look. And a nice backdoor cut by Josie Pfeiffer, set up by the bounce pass by Over, and Burlington is on the board.
Yeah, you talked about it a little bit in that 1-4 high offense like that. You get the ball to the high post, you work around that. You get a lot of backdoor cuts like that. Baldwin's got to be aware of that.
That ball is deflected out.
Looks like that possession, Burlington falling back into that zone, so it might be a zone after makes situation. That's the first make of the game.
Baldwin will see if they make the adjustment now. Not much adjustment needed there. Wide open look for Carly Neufeld. Swished in for her second try of this quarter, 9 points.
Oh, look at that.
And it's Smith. A one-person presser is Bailey Smith. Missed it, but it's Neufeld hustling to get it. And I believe they're going to get her for an offensive foul. And unfortunately, that will be 2 now on Carly Neufeld. So both teams' top scorers have picked up 2 fouls in this first quarter. And Carly will check out. Chloe Neufeld back in for her. Full court pressure from Baldwin. And another steal for the Bulldogs. Reichert has Lang running the floor. Nice pass in stride, and Emma Kate Lang lays it in. Beautifully done on a nice feed by Reichert.
That's exactly what you want from your post players, though. She was under the basket and got that turnover and just sprinted the other way. Here we go again.
Smith knocked out of her hands. No call. They play on, then knocked loose from Emma Kate Lang. And Burlington comes up with it. How about that, Ryan? That was your 4 and your 5 running the break, and they made it look like it was a pair of guards running that break. Here's a foul on Baldwin across the arm of Over. And if that's on Frost, that would be her second as well. It is. So Frost and Neufeld have each picked up 2. Similarly for Burlington, Young and Bennings, 2 starters, have picked up 2. And that will put Frost on the bench, and back in comes Samantha Scraper, the 5'5 junior. Pfeiffer wide open on that set play on the inbound, and she has all 4 for Burlington with 24 ticks to go in the quarter.
So you can see in that zone they're going to extend it out with that front man. Maybe try to get some traps out there. You can see once the defense shifts that open. Ooh, that middle's open.
So still 1.2 left for Baldwin after the runner just barely missed, and Neufeld and Frost will come back in with not much threat of a defensive possession coming up here. Eric Toot will get his 2 best shooters back on the floor for a potential final shot here with 1.2 left in the quarter.
It's got to be quick.
And they go into Reichert, and she's fouled. Will head to the line for what will be the 9th and 10th free throw attempts of this opening quarter for Baldwin. The foul is on Mallory Over, her first, and 16 fouls in this opening period for Burlington. 2 shots for Reichert, who is 2 out of 4 so far at the free throw line tonight.
Oh, man, that's a tough foul from Emma Kate Lang there.
The good news is it's only 6, so you don't end up giving them free throws out of that. The bad news is it's a foul that's on your record now as we go to the second quarter. But only the first on Emma Kate Lang. We'll play the second here on Baldwin Sports Live. It's Baldwin 15, Burlington 4 on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate here on Baldwin Sports Live. It's 15-4 Baldwin as we start the second quarter. A 10-0 start to this game for Baldwin before Josie Pfeiffer finally got Burlington on the board with a couple of buckets in the final 90 seconds of that first period. But 12 first quarter turnovers for Burlington, really doing their offense in, and a couple of fouls early on Harley Young, who is back on the floor to start this second quarter. Didn't help matters for them either. Hold is called on Mallory Over, who has now picked up her second for Burlington. She's not one of the starters, but they have now 3 players with 2 fouls. Over will check out. Brenna Booker comes back in. And as you see, they're walking to the other end of the floor as that is 17 fouls on Burlington. So puts Baldwin in the bonus. Both teams will be in the bonus this entire second quarter. Frost's first free throw is right there for Baldwin, who is now 6 of 11 at the free throw line in this game. A bunch of free throws already being shot. And Baldwin, despite committing to this point just 1 fewer foul than Burlington, none of the Baldwin fouls have resulted in free throws for Burlington. So a big discrepancy right now in the free throws, not in the fouls. It's just a 1 foul difference, but in the free throws, it's a 12 attempt difference. Baldwin knocking down half of them at 6 out of 12, leading 16-4. And something they did all first quarter is force turnovers, and they get a layup out of this one as Neufeld gets it from Reichert, who already has 3 assists in this game. And Carly Neufeld is into double figures with 11. Timeout Burlington, 18-4 Baldwin with 7:32 remaining in the first half. Second timeout that Burlington has already had to go through in this first half of basketball. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. If you're looking for a great job with a growing family-owned company, then check out Rice Precision Manufacturing here in Baldwin. Actively looking to fill positions for skilled CNC machinists and CNC operators. Excellent pay, competitive benefit packages, a climate-controlled work environment, and a friendly support staff dedicated to the betterment of their employees. Send an email to jobs@riceprecision.com today. Eric Toot has to like the way his team has started once again here tonight, looking to get to 3-0 for the first time since 2019. And so far, so good with the Bulldogs leading 18-4.
They played that usual suffocating defense both in the half court and that pressure. Here comes another steal maybe.
And Reichert is going to end up getting called for a foul here, but you can't fault the effort right there as Reichert went to dive on the floor to get that ball. And a lot of times in a loose ball situation like that, with that amount of contact, you'll see him let him play through that, but no problem. Reichert picks up her first only, and it'll put Gracie Burke at the free throw line for the first time. Burlington gets some foul shots, and they missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Stepping on the sideline to give it back to Burlington. It's only the 3rd turnover now for Baldwin, so they've done a pretty good job taking care of the basketball early on in this game. And they forced 13, so big advantage there. Here's Young. Yet to score, had a couple of early looks, then picked up a couple of early fouls. Step back two-pointer there, won't go. And that is last touch by Reichert. Another chance for Burlington with 7:04 to play in the half. All Bulldogs right now, 18-4 Baldwin. And they go that offense starting from the high post, and it's high post extended really there.
And Baldwin, they're doing such a great job of trapping the girls. Every time they're about to pick the ball up, they put them in a bad situation. Another steal.
14 turnovers now forced by this Baldwin defense in the first half. Frost, nice little hesitation on that little head fake. Wouldn't even call it a full shot fake, just kind of a little head nod there, a little hesitation by Frost, and allows her to get past that initial defender and heads to the free throw line as Gracie Burke now picks up her second, the 4th player to pick up 2 fouls in this first half for Burlington. (20-4) lead for Baldwin. Chloe Neufeld back in for the Bulldogs. And Josie Pfeiffer back in for Burlington. 6:43 to play in the half. A 16-point Baldwin lead here on their home floor. Another deflection, but this time Burlington avoids what would have been their 15th turnover Possession's not over yet, though. There it is. Neufeld up to Smith. Back to Carly, who's already knocked down a couple of three-pointers. 2 for 2 to start in this game from beyond the arc. A blistering 9 of 16 for the year. Her younger sister out of the corner, Chloe Neufeld, not there, and it's Booker the rebound. Booker with a good look here. And Smith, nice strong rebound for Bailey. Reichert bump, they play on. Young, the rebound to Burlington. Hernandez short with a three. Another Smith rebound. Carly trying to get it across to Reichert. Throws it away. Nice look out of the corner. Pfeiffer's three in and out. Reichert the board. And Eric Toot asked for a timeout. 5:01 left to play in the first half as Baldwin leads this game 20-4. We'll tell you about the bullpen here in Baldwin City. Locally owned sports bar, downtown Baldwin City, open 11 a.m. through 2 a.m. Monday through Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. Perfect place to go before, during, or after the game. Go ahead and skip on down the street to the north from there and stop by the Nook this Saturday. Got to tell you about the event going on this Saturday from 2 to 4. It's a meet and greet with Wyatt Shield, author of Wyatt's Big Adventures with Shriners. If you don't know Wyatt Shield, and I'm sure many of you don't, you need to go and meet Wyatt Shield. He is an amazing young little guy. 7 years old, I believe, right now, and was born with 6 fingers on both hands. Was told he would never be able to write, and now he's a published author. You can go down and meet Wyatt. That ball of energy that is Wyatt Shield down at the Nook this Saturday from 2 to 4. Baldwin looking to extend a 20-4 lead here. They have pretty much had their way with things so far in this one. Carly Neufeld in double figures already with 11 in this first half. Jump ball after the miss. This will stay with Baldwin. Back in comes Mallory over for Burlington. Lang works her way all the way across the top of the key and down in for 2. Second bucket for Emma Kate Lang. 22-4 Baldwin. The Bulldogs on a 7-0 run.
Yeah, I love that move. If she can get some post moves down, start attacking more down there, her from the right side, Reichert from the left side, that'd be pretty tough to stop.
Young is hacked, so Harley Young will go to the free throw line for Burlington. And that is on Lauren Berg, who has checked in here for the first time for Baldwin today. Sophomore picks up the foul. 8th team foul. This is Young at the line. Honorable mention, All-State last year as a junior. 2-time first-team All-Pioneer League. That's the first point of the second quarter for Burlington, who had a couple of Josie Pfeiffer buckets back in the first is also far. And they trail 22-6 with 4:15 to play in the half. Reichert trying to dump it into Berg. Not a bad idea, but not able to connect there. Baldwin plus 10 right now on the turnover margin with 3:55 to play in the second quarter. Young stripped by Neufeld, who happened to be standing on the baseline, so won't come away with the steal, but good help defense there by Chloe.
Yeah, you can see those backside defenders when you're man's on the opposite side of the floor. They're anticipating that baseline drive, and they're getting over there so quickly just to cut it off. Or Burlington can't even penetrate from the baseline.
Baldwin has held Harley Young without a field goal so far, just the 2 free throws. Booker had the roller, Bergio open. Instead comes out to Young, but the 3 misses. Bailey Smith quickly brings it back up for Baldwin. Frost. That may have been partially blocked there from over.
I like the confidence, though.
Yeah.
Probably a wide open drive lane and step back 3. She's been pretty hot from 3, just like Carly Neufeld.
High screen trying to get Young open. Now Bergio swings it back over to Over. And that one likewise may have been partially blocked by Berg. Lauren has it now in transition. Nice kick out to Frost. Ball still loose. It's Riker with the offensive board. Can't stick it back. And cleared by Burke. That is short and out of bounds to Baldwin with 2:31 to go in the first half. 22-6, Baldwin on top. Carly Neufeld back into the lineup, replaces Chloe Neufeld. Josie Pfeiffer will check back in for Burlington. Run down all the first half numbers for you coming up on the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Neufeld, the drive and kick to Frost. Replaces her, gets an open look out of that corner, and another one that's nothing but net for Carly Neufeld. And my goodness, Ryan, not only is she making pretty much everything she shoots right now, but it is dead center through the cup almost every time.
Yeah, I mean, the offense that Baldwin's been running so good. I think we got interference whistle or something.
They wanted the net, I believe.
Okay.
The fireball that was put up there by Neufeld had the net all strung up, so they got that net untangled.
I mean, that's just part of their success offensively right now is there's no ball stoppers at all. I mean, that ball just keeps moving, and whoever ends up open gets the shot. It's been Carly more often than not, and she's knocked it down more often than not.
Step in for Booker, not there. And tie-up will stay with Burlington as Lang and Bergio were battling for the board. Well, Neufeld has hit 3 more threes from beyond the arc in this first half. She hit 4 threes in the opener against Paola, knocked down 3 on Tuesday night against Anderson County, and has 3 more already in this one, and she has done it at a 10 of 17 clip. From a percentage standpoint, has been just excellent. That's Neufeld. This is Chloe Neufeld who's called for the hold there, and that will put Burlington to the line.
Would you say 10 of 17?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good field goal percentage, let alone three-point percentage.
14 first half points from Carly Neufeld in this one. Now let's see if she can get it going again in the second half. She had 15 at the half against Anderson County on Tuesday night and then only scored a couple of free throws in the second half. Subs coming on for Baldwin. It's Neufeld and Frost. Six first half points for Josie Pfeiffer. (25-8) Baldwin. I've never trailed in a game yet this year through 2 and almost a half a game. Led wire to wire against Paola outside of one tie. They did have one early tie, but never trailed. And then they truly led wire to wire against Anderson County on Tuesday night. And a 10-0 run to start this game has put them in position to do that yet again. Ava Beyer checks in for the first time, number 4 for Burlington. Neufeld and Berg back on for Baldwin. Still have not seen Olivia Bangs back into this game after she picked up 2 first quarter fouls. Good effort there by Berg to try and save that ball to the missed free throw, but couldn't quite keep it in play. 17-point Baldwin lead. Young's pass deflected, but it gets there. They have curbed the turnovers here in this second quarter, Burlington has. Favors 3 off the mark, and it is going to stay with Burlington. So after the Wildcats turned it over 12 times in the first quarter, they've only given it away 3 times in this second period. Hasn't made a whole lot of difference in terms of their offense, still struggling to score, but what it has not allowed Baldwin to do is get a bunch of easy layups off of it again. This is Pfeiffer, and that ball ends up well short, and it's Reichard blasting the other way with it. Poked away at the last second by Young. One minute left to play in the half. And Lang going to get called for the foul as she went to box out the shooter, maybe a little bit early and deep on the box out there of Bergio. So Emma Kate Lang picks up her second foul, and to the line for 2 shots goes Haiti Bergio.
Majority of their offense so far has been from the free throw line. Baldwin just suffocating them defensively. I mean, just nothing easy. No easy layups. Making them shoot from the outside, and something Burlington's not really keen to do.
The officials coming over to the scorers table here to get some clarification on something. Not sure. I didn't see anything that jumped out to me. Now the officials discussing. I'm trying to go through my mind of what the conversation could possibly be about here, but
maybe they got the wrong shooter? Or?
It definitely was.
Okay.
It was definitely Bergio who took the shot. And it's definitely
thumbs up.
And it's definitely 2 shots, because either way, whether you wanted to call it in the act of the shot or call it after the shot, it was 10th foul. Regardless, it's 2 shots, so that won't make a difference. That was my first thought, is maybe they were trying to decide since it was on the box out after the shot, but it, again, with it being the 10th foul, it wouldn't have mattered, so it doesn't matter to us either.
No.
25-9, Baldwin under a minute left in this first half. Baldwin appears content to hold for this final shot. Down to 13 seconds now. Neufeld trying to create. Got it up off the bottom side of the rim, unfortunately, with 4 seconds left in the half. Don't foul her. Booker with a runner, banks it in. How about that for Brenna Booker at the buzzer? Makes it 25-12 as she heaves it in. The runner from 6 feet beyond the arc. 25-12 at the break. The Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show is coming up next.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered, to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face to face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome to the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. There to help you protect what matters most. That's Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting and see how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. A 25-12 Baldwin lead here at the break. The game started out very well for Baldwin. They got out to a 10-0 lead to open this game, led 15-4 after one. Extended that all the way up to an 18-point lead at 22-4 early on in the second quarter. But then some late life for Burlington as they outscore Baldwin 8-3 over the final 4 minutes of that first half, including a runner from Brenna Booker from about 6 feet beyond the arc to close out the half. Second straight week that we've had a half-court bank buzzer beater, but some life for Burlington, but a lot of work left to do for the Wildcats. Still down by 13. All in all, Baldwin got to be pleased with where they sit here at the break.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a pretty clinical first half from the Baldwin Bulldogs. Didn't do a whole lot wrong. If you're getting nitpicky, which I usually do, they still missed a lot of free throws, and they turned it over a few too many times for my liking. But defensively, what can you say? I mean, they're one of the better girls' defensive teams that I've seen in the high school ranks. I mean, they'll stay in front of you, and then they'll help out, and they just shut off every single drive. And if you kick it out, they're closing out on you hard, and they're not letting you get any open shots. I'd like to see the defensive rebounding go a little tick up, but so far, I mean, they've just taken care of business in all three of these games so far, and I'm looking for more of it come the second half.
Except for apparently half quarters, not quite half quarters. Was it the girls that happened on Tuesday night?
I can't remember. I was trying to think. I think it might have been the boys game.
It happened on Tuesday night against Baldwin, but now I'm trying to remember whether it was the boys or the girls game. But I joke, of course. But anyway, good first half, 25-12. Baldwin leads it here at the break, and they are in a great spot to continue this unbeaten start. Looking to get to 3-0 for the first time since 2019, and certainly looking like that halfway through this one. We'll take a look at all the first half numbers for you right after this word from Farm Bureau Financial Services.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
First half numbers are brought to you by New Frontier TBS. That's Tax and Business Services at 608 High Street in Baldwin City. They'll help you confidently tackle tax season, even the highly specific situations. They'll make sense of it all and help you meet your critical business needs. It's timely, accurate, and reliable services, all at an affordable cost to help your business grow and succeed. Visit newfrontiertbs.com or call 785-594-1204 to learn more. Burlington in the first half, 8 points in the final 4 minutes after they had scored just 4 points in the first 12 minutes of that first half. They end up turning it over 15 times, though, but they did get better as that half went along, just 3 in the second quarter. They shoot 3 of 5 from the free throw line, but only 1 3-pointer, and that was there at the buzzer. Josie Pfeiffer's 6 points leads the way for them. Harley Young, their two-time first-team All-Leaguer, is scoreless from the field. She does have 2 free throws, but some early fouls put her on the bench for most of the first quarter, and then Baldwin's suffocating defense on her is a good job by both Bailey Smith and Chloe Neufeld, who seemed to get that assignment the majority of the time, and they really did a good job making life tough for Harley Young. So just 2 points for her. Brenna Booker with that banked-in 3 at the buzzer has 3, and 1 point from Hattie Bergio in that first half. Leading them on the glass is Brenna Booker with 3 first-half rebounds. Josie Pfeiffer has added 2 first-half boards. For Baldwin, the Bulldogs get 14 points from Carly Neufeld to lead all scorers. Third straight game in double figures to start the season for Carly. Marin Frost with 3, Emma Kate Lang with 4, Alyssa Reichert with 4 as well to round out the Baldwin scoring. On the glass, it was Alyssa Reichert and Bailey Smith who each pulled down 4 first-half rebounds, and Reichert led the team with 3 first-half assists. Baldwin turned it over just the 6 times, but 4 of those came in about the last 4 minutes of that first half. They had a few careless possessions that kind of piled up in a row, but overall not too bad there. And at the free throw line, they got there a ton, 16 attempts in that first half, but knocked down just 9 of them. So slightly above their season percentage, which is 47%, but see if they continue to work that number up as the season moves along. 3 first-half trays, they all came from Carly Neufeld, as Baldwin, as they have done so far early in this season, continuing to outscore teams pretty considerably from beyond the three-point line, as their opponents right now averaging just 1 made three-pointer per game. Neufeld herself is averaging a little over 3 per game, and the team right now shooting over 35% from beyond the arc through 2.5 ball games. 25-12, that's our halftime score, as Baldwin is on top leading the Burlington Wildcats. Halftime show is brought to you by Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau of Financial Services in Baldwin City. If you're looking for personal service from a local agent, then stop by and chat with Kelly Neufeld or give him a call at 785-594-1055. Proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they'd love to be there to support you and your financial future as well. Farm Bureau of Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. Second half starts next here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We are headed off to the second half here in Baldwin tonight, 25-12. The Bulldogs on top of the Burlington Wildcats. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Let's take a look at our State Farm Insurance game plan for the Bulldogs coming into this game. The defensive pressure, turning some defense into offense. First quarter, that really was the case with 12 forced turnovers in that first quarter, but 15 overall in the first half. I think they get a nice check mark on that one, and then haven't really seen as much of the 1-3-1 zone that we were expecting, Ryan, in this game. So that has sort of been a moot point when it comes to our keys, because they haven't really had to make that adjustment. It's been primarily man defense from Burlington, but we'll see if the second half they throw a wrinkle defensively and try to force Baldwin to adjust things on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've done a pretty good job against that man defense, though, just taking care of the ball and being patient offensively. They've done a really good job playing together all year so far and getting the ball inside and having that defense collapse and then kicking it out for some wide open threes. Let's see if Carly can keep her hot streak going here in the second half as well.
14 first half points from Neufeld. She was held to just 2 in the second half on Tuesday night after she scored 15 in the first half of that game at Anderson County. Baldwin so far this year with Neufeld, it's been a one half hot, one half, and I don't want to say cold because she still shot the ball well. It's just that the shots haven't been there, it seems like, in one half or the other. As the Paola game this year, she had 12 in the first half, or she had 3 in the first half only, and then a dozen in the second half. And it was 15 first half, just 2 second half on Tuesday night. Let's see if she can put together 2 strong halves here for the Baldwin offense as Marin Frost goes to work to get the first points of the half. First field goal for Frost. And a good start to the half for Baldwin, who leads by 15.
Yeah, really nice strong screen there from Melissa Reichert. That's another thing that her and Lang both do really well is set nice hard screens, get those guards open.
Young off balance, floats it up and in. That's the first field goal of the game for Harley Young. Smith's pass trying to go into Lang, intercepted by Olivia Bangs, who is back in the lineup. Started the game, picked up 2 fouls within a couple of minutes, and did not play at all the rest of that first half. Makes a one-handed pass here that gets intercepted, and a chance to run for Baldwin. They've got the numbers. Neufeld to Reichard, and on her strong side, Alyssa Reichard on the left lays it up and in. 29-14 Baldwin.
Not only do they force a lot of turnovers defensively, they know what to do with it once they get it. They're really good running that fast break, filling the lanes correctly, getting a lot of open layups.
Young knocks down a three. Smith kind of took her eyes off her. It looked like just a second to kind of feel where that screen was going to be, and that little space is all Young needed to knock down the three. Here goes Lang working against Bangs, trying to pick up a third on Bangs, but good job defensively there by the sophomore. Booker gets it up to Pfeiffer. Ooh, Reichard just missed another steal. Burke had it blocked. Good hands defensively by Reichard. Frost, not an easy angle to fire that in there to Lang. Good job kicking it back out. Quick ball movement, sets up Frost for three, and that's off right iron. Out of bounds to Burlington. Baldwin matched up as they have been throughout this entire game. And forced 16 turnovers, make it 17 turnovers down on this end of the floor. And it will go back to Baldwin with a 12-point lead, 5:13 to go in the third. Neufeld getting downhill. Frost hit across the arms, and a chance at the line for Marin Frost coming up. It's on Pfeiffer, her first. And 2 more free throws coming up for Baldwin. That's something they've done a pretty good job. And again, if that percentage can, and it doesn't even need to be, 70 plus, that'd be tremendous. Even if they can just get it into the 60s when they're shooting as many free throws as they are taking. They took 30 free throws in the first game. They had 17 attempts in the second game, and they've now attempted 18 already in this one.
That's definitely got to be over 50%, though, let's say.
And they came in at 47. But they've done better tonight, 11 out of 18. As much as they're getting to the line, they could really put a hurting on some teams by just knocking down an adequate percentage at the line.
I was going to say they're still winning games pretty comfortably and not shooting free throws very well. So just imagine if they put that in their game as well.
Even though they're maybe not making as many free throws too, we've seen it tonight, it's putting some teams in some foul issues as Harley Young is really getting going here in this second half. And now you're seeing, with Young now up to 7 second-half points already, you're seeing that big impact that her picking up those 2 fouls and having to sit the majority of the first quarter had on Burlington. That's a weapon that they missed very badly in the first half. And here she comes after the turnover, bringing it up for Burlington.
And right now, if you're the Bulldogs, you got to be careful. They're putting a little run together now. They're only down 12.
Ripped out by Lang. It stays with Burlington. Yeah, they haven't had it under 12 since the score was 15-4 at the end of the first quarter. And Baldwin went on a 7-0 run to start the second quarter, and it's been at least a dozen or more ever since then.
They seem to just be settling in a little bit better offensively, able to get to the rim a little easier.
There's that high screen out of the horn set offensively. They miss it, though. Good look, but coming up empty. Baldwin come up with a bucket here. Frost whips it to Smith. Back up top to Reichard. Nice take down the lane line, but may have had that one partially blocked as well, and it'll end up with Burlington. Baldwin up 12, 3:35 to play, third quarter. Baldwin 2-0 to start. Burlington 0-2 on the year. The 19 points, only 3 shy of their season high of the year for Burlington, who's had a tough offensive start to the year, and they'll have a chance to add a couple here at the line as Josie Pfeiffer will go to the stripe on the third foul committed by Carly Neufeld in the second half against Baldwin.
Yeah, it's one of those fouls that you kind of committed early, if that makes sense, kind of letting your guard down and letting your girl backdoor cut on you and get an easy layup, and she really had no other choice but to foul her, otherwise give up an easy bucket.
So Chloe Neufeld and Lauren Berg check in for Baldwin as Carly Neufeld and Alyssa Riker go out of the lineup. And we have a 10-point game here with 3:26 to play in the third quarter.
It's kind of the same we saw in the Anderson County game, is coming out a little bit stagnant in the second half. Offense just not quite looking the same.
They're in that 1-3-1 zone. We thought we might see most of the game, and they didn't play a whole lot of it in the first half, so perhaps that's part of the struggle here for Baldwin to try to get that diagnosed. But they are still leading, but Burlington certainly has picked up some momentum in this game. Lang called for that foul. That's 3 on Emma Kate as Alyssa Reichert checks back in for Baldwin. And going back to the 4-minute mark of the first half, Burlington has outscored Baldwin 17-9 since that 4-minute mark at the second quarter. Mitchell Hernandez checks in for Burlington. And this maybe will get him going. Lauren Berg with the steal and has all kinds of space down there to finish it. Didn't go down easy for Lauren, but she's able to get the bucket. That's what they did so well to start this game to help build the lead, was force those Burlington turnovers and get points in transition. Young crosses up Smith. Tough floater down the center of the paint. Got it back. And that is, I don't know. He never pointed, but I guess Burlington ball.
Whoever takes it first.
Into Bangs. Contact, a lot of it, and it's going to be Baldwin basketball as Bangs and Booker are both a little bit slow to get up for Burlington.
It's one of those sly little things that you can learn to do, is if the officials at all look a little confused, just go stand out of bounds beside them, and then they'll be like, all right, it's your ball.
Baldwin by 12, 2:20 to go third quarter. Chloe Neufeld, nice drive. Went right through the Burlington defense, but unable to finish.
And they're getting open looks. They're just not converting right now.
Booker goes opposite the screen from Bangs. And she gets hit on the shot, and it drops for Olivia Bangs.
It's just the longer you let Burlington kind of hang around now, they're getting more confidence on that offensive end. Creeping back into this thing.
Called on Frost. That's her third, so that's 3 of the 5 starters with 3 fouls for Baldwin. Neufeld, Frost, and Lang.
Not a good time for it, as this is their opportunity to cut it to single digits.
Over back in for Burlington. Neufeld back on for Baldwin. There's not been a single-digit lead since
early.
The score was 10-2 back in the first quarter, and it is now at 33-24 as Bangs completes the 3-point play. Neufeld open after the gamble by Hernandez. Berg tracks down the offensive rebound. Neufeld stops and drops it. Nice job there by Chloe Neufeld.
Yeah, how about the freshman when the Bulldogs needed a bucket? She takes it upon herself. Nice little mid-range pull-up.
Puts Baldwin in front by 11 and a turnover Burlington. Reichert threads it to Neufeld, who's rejected by Hernandez. Some confusion there. Chloe had already been handed the ball to inbound. Then a sub came to check in. So the official went to take the ball back. Then didn't. Then Chloe was going to inbound it. Anyway, when all said and done, let's just redo it all. Burke checks in for Burlington. Neufeld open in the corner. Good look. Good result. (38-24), 17 tonight from Neufeld, matching her season high from Tuesday night against Anderson County.
Yet another assist for Reichert. She does so good passing out of the post, and here she comes with a steal.
Looking to go all the way, and she does. So 4 helpers, 4 rebounds, 8 points for Reichert, and a number of steals as well. A very quick 7-0 spurt by Baldwin. Takes a 9-point game, and it pushes the lead right back up to 16 with 53 seconds to play here in the third quarter as Burlington takes the timeout. Nice run, nice response from Baldwin after Burlington had trimmed it down to a 9-point game. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by the Bullpen. Check out Wildcat Wednesday specials, karaoke Thursdays, live entertainment on many Friday and Saturday nights, and of course Sunday football on all the TVs. Check them out on Facebook, Bullpen Baldwin City. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sundays 10 to 8 at your locally owned sports bar with the classic ballpark food in downtown Baldwin City. Bulldogs up 40-24. Game 2 of our doubleheader coming up following the conclusion of this one. We'll have the 2-0 Baldwin boys hosting the 0-2 Burlington boys. They played a classic last year in Burlington. Many people will remember that one as the Sam Darnell game, the buzzer beater by Sam Darnell to win that one for Baldwin in a 50-50 game. He hit the 15-foot turnaround at the buzzer to win it for Baldwin. And we will see what the encore has in store for us tonight here in Baldwin. But right now it's a 40-24 lead for the girls as Burlington has it under a minute left to play in the third quarter. Young kicking out to J.C. Belcher, who is on for first time for Burlington. This is Belcher, who fires it up short. And Reichert another rebound. Scraper brings it up for the Bulldogs. Now to Chloe Neufeld with 23 to go in the quarter. And her pass intercepted by Burke. Free throws will be coming up for Burke as Bailey Smith fouls her. 13.8 to go in the quarter. 2 shots for Burke. Burlington 6 of 8 at the free throw line in this game. First trip there for Gracie Burke. Well, I shouldn't say the first trip. I guess she did take one earlier, but missed on the front end of a 1-and-1. Her first point of the game as Maren Frost and Carly Neufeld check back in for Baldwin. (40-26). 10 seconds left in the quarter. Carly Neufeld on the drive, floats it off the window and kisses it in. 19 from Carly Neufeld, and Baldwin leads 42-26 as we go to the fourth here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Start of the fourth quarter here in Baldwin tonight. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors. Check them out online, HaydenOutdoors.com. If you're looking to sell or perhaps you're looking to find your next dream property, the #1 land brokerage for farm, ranch, and recreational properties. Your local Baldwin City agents are Chad and Penny Shelton at Hayden Outdoors. Email them at chad@HaydenOutdoors.com or penny@HaydenOutdoors.com. It's 42-26 Baldwin. They've led the entire way tonight. Burlington had trimmed that pretty much double-digit lead all night long down to 9 there late in the third quarter, but a nice response by Baldwin. Pushed it back up to 16. It currently sits right there at 42-26, and Chloe Neufeld will go to the line to start the start the fourth quarter as Harley Young picks up her third. Neufeld 7 of 12 this year at the line, and that miss makes the Bulldogs now 11 of 19 tonight. The freshman has been to the line more than any other player so far this year through not quite 3 full games. Averaging 3.5 points so far to kick off her high school career. Right on 3 tonight, and there is that Bulldog defense, which has forced Burlington now to 21 turnovers in this game.
They just force you to speed up, and a lot of self-inflicted wounds coming from Burlington here.
Frost out to Neufeld, who has had a big game with 19 points. Missed that one, but Frost keeps it alive, and they'll just get it back out and reset things here. Neufeld after the shot fake. It's perhaps blocked, rebounded by Booker. And another interception from Alyssa Reichert. I don't have her official steals number, but it's got to be close to a half dozen, it feels like by now. Wide open look from Carly Neufeld, and that is a rare miss that missed everything for Carly as she gives a wry grin over to the bench thinking, all right, let's just scratch that one. Let's ignore that happen. Still kind of looking over to the bench and chuckling. So Reichert and Frost go out. Lang and Berg come back in for Baldwin. Bulldogs leading at 43-26 with just under 7 to go in the ball game. No whistle as Berg ends up on the floor after the contact with Burke. Young had a good third quarter, gives it up here to Booker. Pick and roll to Bangs. Back to Booker, good look on the right wing. And Bailey Smith hauls in her 5th rebound. Underneath Lang. Nice drop step there, and it will spin off for Lang. And hung up there on the iron.
Well, she does such a good job at getting the ball and attacking right away, though, making a move quick.
Neufeld pushes it with numbers. Wraps the pass around to Bailey for the easy 2. The first bucket for Smith on the assist by Neufeld to make it 45-26 with 6:03 remaining in the fourth. Timeout taken by Burlington. We're back in a moment. You're watching Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
(45-26) Baldwin lead here with 6:03 to go in the fourth. Upcoming broadcast there here on Baldwin Sports Live. Tuesday next week, Bulldogs on the road at Lewisburg. Friday next week on the road at Spring Hill. So a double dip of road games next week. Then they're back home to host Tonganoxie on the 20th of December in their final game before the Christmas break. Check out our upcoming schedule and more in the Baldwin City Community Newspaper, your local weekly news with the latest news, opinions, sports, ads, and more. It's just $5 a month right now. Get a special for $50 for the full year. It's 2 months off to subscribe to the Baldwin City Community News. Go downtown to the Nook at 703 8th Street to subscribe. Foul on Lang will put Burlington's Hattie Bergio at the free throw line. 4 on Emma Kate Lang. 5 team fouls for Baldwin.
Baldwin's certainly done a nice job kind of rebounding from that little run that Burlington put together to get it within double digits. Put together their own little run to extend this thing back out to 19, make it much more comfortable.
Lang checks out after the 4th foul. Frost Reichert back in. A 19-point lead. That matched the largest it's been so far for Baldwin in this game. Up 18 here as Frost attacks, bounces to Berg. Goes off the bottom of the backboard though. Burt clears for Burlington. Out of control flip up near the bucket for over.
Oh.
Timeout Baldwin. So Reichert on her feet or not, she's all over this game. 8 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists as well, and a handful of steals for Alyssa Reichert, who is once again proven to be a very important piece of this puzzle. And I think you could say that really about this whole team. This is a team, Ryan, that all the pieces just gel so well, which is making them so successful here early on. They all have their role, and they all do it so successfully.
Yeah, that's why I say when they play together, it's just they all kind of know their role, like you just said, and they all fit together so nicely. Nobody tries to play outside of their own game or their own talents. They all know their own strengths, and they try to play to each other's strengths, and it comes across as some very nice basketball to watch so far.
They enjoy an 18-point lead here with just over 5 minutes to play. Looking to improve to 3-0 to start this young season. And Harley Young able to swipe that one from the Bulldog ball handler, Marion Frost. So another Bulldog turnover. That's their 10th this game. But they have forced 23 coming back the other way. So a big advantage there tonight again. Over was open, but does not have it dialed up. Berg the rebound.
Done a much better job tonight on the defensive glass, too, not giving up nearly as many offensive rebounding opportunities, second chance opportunities.
Reichert out to set the screen for Smith. Neufeld will head to the line, a chance to hit the 20-point mark here in the 3rd game of the season. And she was expected to be the team's leading scorer this year, and she has been just that through 2 games. Scored 15 on opening night, had 17 on Tuesday night, up to a season best 19 so far this evening. And make it 20 Mallory Over was the guilty party on the foul. And Neufeld now 4 out of 5 at the free throw line. Bangs back in for Burlington. The Bulldogs will look to push the lead to 20 for the first time tonight. They've now held 3 different 19-point leads. And Neufeld makes it a 20-point Baldwin lead. And Samantha Scraper checks in for, and that may be the end of the night for Neufeld as she makes it a 20-point game with her 21st point of the night. 4:10 to go. Offensive rebound. That ball went through the bottom of the hoop and then back down through the hoops. No basket, and Riker the other way. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Yeah, everybody kind of looking around, seeing what the rule is on that, and the officials are like, keep going, play on. That's a nice horse shot, though.
Yeah. Riker to the line for Baldwin after Olivia Bangs picks up her third.
I think it's just a lot about confidence right now for Alyssa at the line. She just needs to see a couple go through in a row. She seems to have a pretty good rhythm. There you go.
Does get the second. Season high 9 points for Alyssa Riker tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned it. She's really done everything tonight. Key cog.
Averaged 6.5 last year to go along with 3 rebounds a game. And her scoring numbers very similar to start this year. Her rebounding numbers almost doubled at 6 boards a night. And the assist numbers have really been a nice jump for her. And Smith's pass is intercepted, and then a collision between Chloe Neufeld and Josie Pfeiffer. It looks like both players are okay as Chloe picks up the personal foul. 6th team foul. Backdoor cut to Pfeiffer. Wide open layup is put through by Josie Pfeiffer. Scraper gets to the baseline, but then stumbled and turns it over.
That's why you really got to have a plan when you go to drive baseline, because if you get cut off, there's not a whole lot else to do, nowhere to go.
Once again, looking for that back door. Pfeiffer pops back out for the 3. Foul is called here on the rebound. And it's on Lang, so she fouls out of the game with 2:57 to go. And that will bring Reichert and Neufeld back in, so I don't know that they want to necessarily have to bring them both back in, but as Lang is fouled out, it'll force their hand a bit, and to the line goes Olivia Bangs.
Give Burlington some credit here in the second half. They really ran a lot better offense than we saw in that first half from them, getting a lot more open opportunities. Getting to the line a little more.
And they've scored a season-high 29 points in this game. Front end of the 1-and-1 is missed, but Burlington will maintain possession as Ava Bayer checks back in for the first, or not for the first time, she was briefly in earlier. And that is a hold on Baldwin's Sam Scraper. So another 1-and-1 coming up. This time it will be Bergio, the shooter. Earns a second. Seventeen-point Baldwin lead, under 3 to go. connect on the backdoor cut there. So Burlington off the turnover gives it back. Bailey Smith back on for Baldwin. Bumped by Over, that's her fifth team foul. Baldwin will be on the road next week, Tuesday at Lewisburg, who's 2-0 coming into tonight. They are at Anderson County tonight, Lewisburg, so I would venture to guess they'll win that one and be 2 3-0 teams, it looks like, next Tuesday down in Lewisburg, so big game. We'll have it here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors. 2 minutes left in this one. Baldwin more in the milk the clock mode right now. Passing up on what could have been a couple of shot attempts probably there, but they're content to just continue to work the ball around. And now a foul on Over. That is her 5th, so she fouls out. That's the 6th team foul. And that'll bring Brenna Booker back in. Over fouls out with at a point tonight. Had one rebound or one assist for Burlington. .90 seconds to go.
It's not the most exciting basketball, but it's effective. When you're up 17, it's hard for the other team to come back if they don't have the ball.
And after all of that clock is run off, they get 2 points from Chloe Neufeld on the assist by Frost, and it's 50-31 Baldwin, with now under a minute to go. Season high 50 points on the board for Baldwin. Burlington with the season high 31 points, but it will come in a third straight losing effort for Burlington, while Baldwin will run their mark to 3-0 to start this season. 3-0 for the first time since 2019. Berg and Scraper check back in, and in for the first time tonight, Kyan Frost, 5'7" sophomore, who comes in for her older sister, Marin Frost. A couple of sister combinations on this girls team for Baldwin. The Neufelds and the Frosts. And that ball deflected out by Berg. Oh, actually, it was deflected by Berg, but then went off the hand of Burlington's Hattie Bergio as well, it looks like. So Baldwin gets it back with 39 seconds to go. And I would venture to say that 50-31 will be our final. I think a foul will be the only thing that may change that.
I'll take that.
Over under 81 points, Ryan.
I think we're getting one more.
Ooh.
Oh,
20 seconds to go.
Maybe not.
Well, I don't think Baldwin is going to shoot it necessarily. Like I said, Burlington's still playing hard defensively, so there may end up being a foul, which would put Baldwin at the line. 5 seconds.
Put it up.
And Neufeld will put it up and miss it. Ball game over. Baldwin, a comfortable victory to get to 3-0. 50-31, your final. We're back to wrap it up for you on the girls' side right after this, including our Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game. That is next.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face to face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Well, it's another wire-to-wire victory for the Baldwin girls tonight as they take this one over Burlington. 50-31 is your final. Season high 50 points put up by the Baldwin girls and are out to a 3-0 start. It's time to name tonight's Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game. And once again, nice game really around the board from a lot of different girls. But after the season's first 20-point effort, we'll name Carly Neufeld tonight's Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game. Season high 21 points for Baldwin to help lead the way. She knocks down 4 more threes. She's shooting over 50% from 3 through 3 games this year, improving to be that key scorer that we expected coming in, and she has been just that. And tonight, for the first time, really put together 2 halves of basketball. Still just 7 second-half points, but they'll take it. 21 points from Neufeld tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you mentioned it. A lot of girls played well tonight, especially Reichert, but I think Neufeld's really the straw that stirs the drink for Baldwin, and when she's going like she is right now, she's on a heck of a hot streak shooting the ball from outside. If she can keep that going, Baldwin, they're going to be a pretty tough team to beat here with the way they play defense, and if she can keep it going, then look for Baldwin to have a pretty good year.
Player of the Game brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services. From insurance to investment, wealth management, and financial planning, Farm Bureau is there to help you protect what matters most. Call them today and set up a meeting with your local Farm Bureau team at 785-594-1055. It's your future. Let's protect it. All right, let's run down the final numbers for you as well. The numbers brought to you by New Frontier Tax and Business Services at 608 High Street in Baldwin City. Timely, accurate, and reliable services, all at an affordable cost to help your business grow and succeed. Visit newfrontiertbs.com or call 785-594-1204 to learn more. No ties, no lead changes as the Bulldogs lead wire-to-wire yet again to a 50-31 victory tonight. They forced 24 turnovers out of the Burlington offense. Baldwin, meanwhile, just 13 turnovers, so a nice plus 11 turnover margin. That'll get it done. At the line, Burlington 11 of 15, so the Wildcats did do a good job at the stripe. Baldwin, meanwhile, just 15 of 24, so a tick up from their season percentage, but again, getting to the line a bunch, so they'll certainly like that number. Neufeld's 21 points led all scorers. Marin Frost added 7. Emma Kate Lang with 4. Alyssa Reichert with a season-high 9 points. Lauren Berg with 2. Chloe Neufeld with 5, matching her season high. And Bailey Smith with 2. Alyssa Reichert led the team in rebounding tonight with 7 boards. Bailey Smith tied her career high with 5 rebounds in this game. A second straight game now that Smith has pulled down 5 rebounds. And in the assist department, multiple assists from multiple girls tonight, so you like to see that. It was led by Alyssa Reichert, who had 4. Both Carly Neufeld and Marin Frost dished out a pair each. For Burlington, Harley Young was there. Oh, no, check that. Josie Pfeiffer was their top scorer with 10. Harley Young with 9. 7 of that came in the second quarter. She battled foul trouble early and tight defense from Baldwin throughout. Brenda Booker with 3. Gracie Burke with 2. Hattie Bergio with 4. And Olivia Bangs with 3 points tonight for Burlington. Booker's 5 rebounds led the way for the Wildcats, while Burke, Bergio, Young, and Bangs, along with Pfeiffer and Hernandez, all had 2 rebounds for the Wildcats. So 50-31 is your final. The final numbers brought to you by New Frontier Tax and Business Services. Baldwin 3-0, Burlington 0-3. Game 2 of our doubleheader is coming up as the boys are on the floor warming up for what is expected to be another really good ball game coming up. They played it right down to the wire. A Sam Darnell buzzer beater won it for Baldwin a year ago. What will the Encore have in store? Find out next. You're watching Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Welcome to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show for our boys game here as we turn the page and hope for another good effort from the Baldwin Bulldogs, who have given us two great performances to start the season. Baldwin 2-0, Burlington, the visitors tonight. The Wildcats coming in at 0-2. You're watching Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors, the Baldwin State Bank pregame show brought to you by your friends and neighbors down at the Baldwin State Bank. For over 120 years, they've helped serve our community with personal service from people who care. Online at baldwinstatebank.com or give them a call at 785-594-6421. As we take a look at our matchup here on the boys' side, Burlington has had two close games to start this year. A heartbreaker to open the year at home, a double overtime 65-62 loss to Holton. And then on Tuesday night, in a competitive game against Lewisburg, they ended up losing that one 52-41, but they were certainly in that one throughout. It was a 6-point game just before half, an 11-1 run though by Lewisburg to close out the first half and start the second half. That created the separation that Lewisburg needed to keep that lead, and it was around 10 basically the rest of the way. But Burlington hungry for a win now as they come in here to Baldwin tonight at 0-2. They lost two first-team All-Leaguers in Ty Anderson and Sam Smith from a year ago. The top player, possibly Grant Haig, 6'3 senior. Really no definitive go-to guy, it doesn't look like, for this squad, which that's not a knock by any stretch. It just means they've got really 5 guys on the floor that none of them are afraid to kind of be the guy. They'll all take the shot when it's open to them. They like to play fast, so it's one of those matchups where any given night there may be a new star player that Baldwin will have to maybe kind of adjust onto in this one. They're going to play, or at least they've shown so far that they like to play a 1-2-1-1 press. Good news for Baldwin is they just saw that on Tuesday night, and they handled it quite well in what was a 72-41 win over Anderson County. A really good all-around performance for the Bulldogs. 9 different guys scored. A really big, I think, depth-developing night. Not only did they get that win, but a lot of guys got some valuable PT in that game on Tuesday night and performed well. A lot of young guys came in and performed well. So one of the things we talked about in the early season was how much depth does this Baldwin team have? Well, they showed Tuesday night, Ryan, that perhaps there's a little more there than we initially maybe thought.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're, from what I saw the other night at Anderson County, they're going to be a pretty deep team, deeper especially than they thought they were going to be. I think a lot of guys came in, a lot of young guys, and they contributed a little more than they were expecting, but that's a big positive going forward if you're going to have a deeper bench and allow some guys to get some more rest, like Caleb Carr, get him a little more rest without having to sacrifice too much offensively or defensively. So that'll be huge if they can keep that going.
So the Bulldogs are 2-0 for the first time since 2017. They now like to get to 3-0 for the first time since 2015 as they welcome the Burlington Wildcats here to town. We'll take a timeout, come back, and get you a State Farm Insurance game plan for the Bulldogs tonight It's coming up right after this on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show for Bulldog Hoops on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Baldwin and Burlington coming up here on Baldwin Sports Live. Welcome back to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. It's time to take a look at our game plan tonight. It's brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno. Stop by and meet the team. Grab a cup of coffee while you're in there as well. They want to just get to know you. Sit down, talk with you, see how life's going, what you're up to, and then they can help you protect the people and things that you value most, whether it's updating your current policy or maybe you're just looking for something new or perhaps don't even know what you're looking for. You just want to go and chat with Cody. Go down and see him at State Farm Insurance, 208 Baker Street, or call 785-594-0270 or online, CodyIsMyAgent.com. Well, I mentioned that 1-2-1-1 press break, Ryan. We had to do that on Tuesday night against Anderson County. They did it to the tune of a bunch of easy buckets. 20 first-half points from Sam Darnell. When he saw the scouting report and said, ooh, 1-2-1-1, he was licking his chops tonight.
Exactly. Sam's got to be looking forward to this one as well. But honestly, in that last game at Anderson County, that became more of a detriment to Anderson County than it was helping them, really. I mean, we were able to just break that press with ease most of the time and get some easy layups for Sam and some open opportunities. So we'll see if they can do that again once again tonight and get out to an early lead. I talked about that a little bit before the last game, is they need to jump out to an early lead, get that going quick, and not have to work from behind like they did a lot last year. So we'll see how they do that tonight.
Well, they've been doing it with share of the basketball so far this year. 17 assists per game through 2 ball games. That's a really good number. 9 different guys scored in the game on Tuesday night against Anderson County. And this is a team that's really right now sharing the ball, knowing their roles. We talked about it on the girls' side. This team on the boys' side, kind of similar style of play where they've got everybody out there working together as a unit, and that's what it's been so far. It is early, though, 2 games in, and the schedule is going to get tougher as we move forward, not to take anything away from a rebuilding Paola and somewhat down Anderson County team. But it is going to get tougher, and they're going to have to continue to improve. But right now, the early returns are pretty good for this Baldwin boys team, who's off to a 2-0 start, looking to make it 3-0. We'll see if they can do that with our State Farm Insurance game plan tonight. When we come back, it's the starting lineups and the opening tip as Baldwin and Burlington get set to battle here in Baldwin tonight. You've been watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Opening tip, starting lineups next on your home for the Bulldogs, Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Ready for hoops tonight in Baldwin. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, #1 land brokerage for farm and recreational properties. Check them out at HaydenOutdoors.com. If you're looking to find your next dream property or thinking about listing, go with the brand that sells the land. Hayden Outdoors. Shad and Penny Sheldon, your local Baldwin City brokers. Check out HaydenOutdoors.com and take a look at the perfect modern farmhouse just outside of Baldwin. It's right now available and waiting for you to take ownership. Newly remodeled, sits on nearly 4 acres of tree-lined, undeveloped farm ground. Check out that beautiful property and more at HaydenOutdoors.com. All right, let's take a look at our starting lineups for this ball game tonight. The lineups are brought to you by the Lumberyard Arts Center. For the visiting Burlington Wildcats, Cody Long is a 5'11 senior. Hayden Sides, a 6-foot senior. Sage Pfeiffer, a 6'3 sophomore. Brody Webb-Feltz, a 6-foot junior. And Grant Hegg, a 6'3 senior. Justin Logan is the head man for the Wildcats. Lisa Motz and Damon Schmidt, the assistants. They are 0-2 to start this year, a double overtime loss to open the season, and then an 11-point loss on the road at Lewisburg earlier this week on Tuesday. For the Baldwin Bulldogs, Talon Torres, 6-foot junior, averaging 7 tonight so far. Riker Grossner, 6'3 junior, pulling down a team-high 7.5 rebounds per game early out of the season to go along with 7.5 points per game as well. Cooper Carr, 6'1 freshman, averaging 4 points and 3.5 assists. Caleb Carr, the 5'11 senior, second-team All-League, honorable mention All-State a year ago. 12.5 points, 5 rebounds, and a team-high 4 assists per game. Sam Darnell rounds out that lineup, the 6'4 senior, coming off a 20-point game on Tuesday night against Anderson County, a career high for Darnell. He's averaging 11.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 3 dimes per game. The head man for the Bulldogs is Donnie Blanchett. He is assisted by Pete Carr and Drew Tribaum. It's Baldwin and Burlington coming up here on Baldwin Sports Live. Your lineups are brought to you by the Lumberyard Arts Center. As you take a look at their lineup on the screen, it's a place to go for all the great events, live music, arts and crafts, unique experiences, adult classes, youth classes. They have so much to offer. Check it out at lumberyardartscenter.org. So Baldwin lineup getting announced here along with the Burlington Wildcats. So they have played now 10 times over the last 15 years. Baldwin has lost 8 of those 10. So it's been a series that's been swayed towards the guys in red. But last year, Baldwin, for the first time since 2007, tasted victory in this series. It ended an 8-game winning streak for Burlington over the Bulldogs. And Baldwin did it in exciting fashion with a Sam Darnell buzzer beater for the victory. So we'll see if tonight has some more fireworks in store for us. The opening tip is brought to you by Baldwin City Recreation. A youth clinic, Biddy Basketball, is coming up, and the deadline to register is also coming up on December 31st. It's for kindergartners through 2nd graders. They'll have a chance to learn basketball skills and drills along with these Bulldogs. So you see the skills that these guys put on the floor on a nightly basis here on Baldwin Sports Live. Well, go learn from them at the Biddy Basketball Clinic from BCRC. Sign up today at baldwinrec.org or stop by the office downtown at 705 High Street. Here we go. Burlington controls the opening tip. They are looking to get into the win column for the first time here in a tough luck start to the season for the Wildcats. And the first shot attempt of the game rims off, and it's Riker Grossner who's pulling down 7.5 rebounds a game to lead the way for Baldwin, who collects that opening rebound. Grossner averaged 2.5 rebounds a game a year ago, up to 7.5 this season. And oh man, after Darnell scored about everything he could on Tuesday night, he has one hang on the rim and roll out for him. He can't believe it. Good news was Caleb Carr was right there to get the theft and a chance to go to the line and make 2 here for Caleb.
Something Caleb does so well is just kind of lurks around that outlet pass and waits for you to get nonchalant and gets a steal, gets to the line.
Oof. Hegg picks up the personal foul. Carr, no good on the first. He's off to a good start at the line this year, 8 of 9 through 2 games. See if he can at least salvage one here. And he does. So Baldwin on the board first. Bulldogs 2-0 to start. It's the first 2-0 start since 2017. They have a chance to get to 3-0 for the first time since 2015. Long back down inside on Carr, but no go there, and Grossner another rebound. Baldwin turns it over, trying to force that one down to Darnell. Sides, pushes it up for Burlington. Out to Pfeiffer. Sophomore pulls up from 10 and rattles it home to put Burlington in front 2-1. Caleb at the hand to Talon. Now Darnell back to Carr. And they're calling for a carry. Turn back over to Burlington. And Carr has been much more of a creator, a distributor to start this season. He averaged just under 18 points per game last year. He's only taken 11 shots through 2 games to start this season. But he has scored 25 points with just 11 shots taken, so the efficiency is certainly there, and part of that's been able to get to the line. But see, at some point I would expect the opportunities to go up for Caleb. Offensive rebound comes away with nothing, although a jump ball, and this is going to be Baldwin ball on that possession arrow. So Long had the offensive board, but it's tied up by Cooper Carr. Baldwin has it back, trailing by a point early on here in the first. Cooper kicks to Torres, out of the corner, 3-ball misses, but Grossner all alone. Nobody got a body on Riker Grossner. The stick back puts Baldwin in front 3-2.
It's great ball movement to set that up too. Nice job kicking it out to a wide open 3-point attempt in the corner. Riker, like you said, nobody even close to boxing him out. Gets a nice easy bucket.
And off to Sides. Now Long pulls it back out. Pfeiffer working with his back to the bucket, had it knocked free, and it's a turnover for Burlington. Darnell, the big guy, leads the break. Up to Torres. Off a one dribble, pulls up and knocks down the deep 2.
How about that kind of confidence from Torres on the break, just pulling up in transition. Got a good look there at Sam Darnell, just like the girls in Riker. The big men can lead the break as well.
Torres in limited action a year ago averaged 1.5 points per game. As a nice take by Haig going to the left hand to get the bucket, draws the foul, and a 3-point chance coming up for Haig. But Torres up to 7 points per game early on this season. Had 6 in the opener, 6 last Tuesday night, this past Tuesday, and then had 8 in the opener against Paola. This is Brody Anderson checking in for Burlington. The foul on Darnell, his first. First charge to Baldwin as well. So 3-point opportunity here for Haig to try and tie the game up with 5:04 left in the quarter, and he does. Haig was the top scorer on Tuesday night against Lewisburg. He and Pfeiffer both in double figures. Grossner a little late on that backdoor pass. It got there still, and then Torres hoists the 3 offensive board. Caleb Carr flashes it back to Cooper Carr for the deuce. Haig thinking about it. Pfeiffer travels.
Grossner doing a nice job moving his feet defensively that time, forcing him to pick it up before he really knew what he wanted to do with it.
7-5 Baldwin lead near the midway point of this first quarter. One side, 2 lead changes already. 2 teams that played a back and forth knockout battle a year ago in Burlington. Darnell missed that one again from close range. Long clears it back the other way for Burlington, and then they give it away. Another steal. This time it was Cooper Carr. Caleb shuffles to Grossner, and a block shot by Long. Back comes Burlington. Haig catch and shoot. Long rebound to Darnell. Darnell Fake to the baseline, came back center of the court. It'll be Baldwin basketball still as Chance Hegg checks in, a sophomore for Burlington, and Baldwin to their bench for the first time tonight. Caden Englert checking in, 6'4" senior, and Ryder Nye, 5'11" sophomore. Englert coming off a nice 8-point game. Nye added 6 as well on Tuesday down in Garnett. And Nye lost it there. .3:15 to play, first quarter. Firing from straightaway sides off of the heel. And, they'll say Burlington basketball.
Wow. Thought that clearly went off a red jersey, but we'll play on.
It looked like Hegg was coming in there and slapped down that basketball, and then Anderson thought the same thing. He was trying to save it for Burlington, but Wildcats keep possession. And they're unable to do anything with it, though, as they end up turning it over. Baldwin gives it right back, though. And they get a break as Long steps on the baseline. So
3 turnovers within the span of a couple seconds there.
And that's already 10 turnovers combined in this opening 5 minutes. So both teams will hope to settle in a little bit better as we move along here. 2-point Baldwin lead. Caleb Carr can't kiss it in. Long coming right back at Carr with the same move. Denied, though, and Burlington will work it back outside. It's too long.
Dogs doing a nice job cutting off the dribble penetration right there. Got to clear that rebound, though, if you're Sam.
It leads to a chance at the line for Grant Hegg, who picks up the offensive rebound, and he'll head back to the free throw line where he made one earlier. They call it on Carr, his first, team second.
Yeah, Darnell got pretty lucky there. He was in on that action as well. Almost picked up his second foul, but luckily they called that one on Caleb.
Torres and Cooper Carr back in for Baldwin. Sage Pfeiffer returns for Burlington. Hegg ties it at 7. 5 of the 7 early points for Burlington have come from Grant Hegg. A foul called on Anderson as he swiped in at the ball in the hands of Darnell. Second foul charged to Burlington. It's the first on Anderson. Trying to lob it into Darnell, but Englert's pass taken away by Hegg. Seven all, 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Both teams have had some turnover bug early on, but defenses are both playing hard too. Give some credit there. Not making anything easy. This is Cooper sitting down in front of Long. Now Pfeiffer gives it up to Hegg. Line drive 3, misses. Carr the rebound, and Caleb a long baseball pass up the floor to Darnell. Darnell had to get twisted up trying to track it down, and Baldwin ends up turning it over only to get it right back. Darnell to Carr. Has he drive and miss the layup, but a foul will put him at the line.
A pretty sloppy first quarter from each team.
And Grant Hegg just picked up his second, Ryan, so he has 5 of the 7 for Burlington, and now he has 2 fouls as well. Carr back to the line where he's 1 of 2 in the game, 9 of 11 for the year. Grosner returns for the Bulldogs, along with Cooper Carr. Minute 24 to play in the period. It's a 2-point Baldwin lead. Pfeiffer trying to get around Grosster, got it up off the window, but it doesn't go. Darnell leading the break. Underhand feed to Carr, in rhythm for three. Offensive board, Cooper. Caleb bounces it into Darnell. And a strong move by Darnell will get him to the free throw line. Cody Long called for the foul, his first, team's fourth. Under a minute to play in the period. It's Sam Darnell at the free throw line. 2 shots coming. He's 3 of 9 this year. Hayden Sides checks back in for Burlington. Three-point Baldwin lead. A trap on Long and a hold called on Baldwin. It's on Torres. Just the third Baldwin foul, first on Talon. 45 seconds left in the quarter. Sides out to Long, nobody's there. Great look, but an offensive board given up. Anderson on the board. Sides almost
great
lifted
job
the pivot foot.
Sorry,
yeah.
Bryce.
No, you're good.
Great job recovering there by Baldwin off the second chance opportunity, just scrambling. Nice job.
Ooh. 10 seconds. Long freed up underneath as Carr came to help off and got knocked over. 3 seconds left. Caleb gets coast to coast, and he misses the lane with a half second to go, but he will go to the free throw line. Good aggressive take, knowing the shot or the clock right there, Ryan, to know he didn't have time to do much, but just get downhill and attack.
Absolutely. There's not a lot else you can do there. I thought he might have drew a charge on the other end there. No call. It's a nice job getting in there and
see if he can pick up a couple of big points to close the quarter here at the free throw line.
there you go.
4 points here in the first quarter, all at the free throw line for Caleb Carr. He's 4 out of 5 now with one more attempt coming up here. And that puts Baldwin up by 3 at the end of 1. Almost called it early. 12-9 after 1. Baldwin on top of Burlington here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Off to the second quarter here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors. 12-9, Baldwin with the lead after 2 ties, 2 lead changes in that opening quarter. Both teams struggle with the turnover bug. 6 Baldwin turnovers, 7 Burlington turnovers. So if that continues for one side and improves for the other, that may be the recipe to pull away as Burlington goes inside to Sage Pfeiffer on their first possession, but it's an empty trip and a layup missed by Darnell on the other end, who's had a couple of early chances, but unlike Tuesday night when he put up 20 and everything dropped for him, it's not dropping early for Darnell here this evening.
Now they're getting good looks, though, like you said. You'd think those shots are going to start dropping as we go.
They lead by 3 still with 7:20 to play here in the second quarter, just underway in this second period. Both teams scoring at the free throw line. 3 of the 9 for Burlington have come at the stripe. 6 of 12 for Baldwin have come at the charity stripe. The steal and the lay-in for Caleb Carr, who has 7 points now. That's his first field goal, though, as all 5 of his first quarter points came at the free throw line. 5-point lead, the largest of the game for Baldwin, for either team for that matter. Pfeiffer eventually puts it on the floor, drives on Grossner. Off the mid-range floater by Burlington comes up empty, and the Bulldogs back on the attack. Talon Torres for 3 on a feed by Caleb Carr. And it's 17-9 Baldwin.
Just love the pace that Caleb Carr plays at. He just knows when to push the ball and weaving in and out, making the defender uncomfortable and kicking it to a wide open Torres.
Can they convert off another turnover? In and out for Caleb. And rebounded by Pfeiffer. 7-0 run right now for Baldwin going back to the end of that first quarter. First real run that either side has put together tonight. Long's 3 misses, and Darnell quickly brings it the other way. Carr floater drops in. 9-point first half for Caleb Carr. And a timeout, Burlington. It's a 9-0 Bulldog run, and Baldwin leads it 19-9 with 5:38 left to play here in the first half. Timeout taken here in Baldwin. Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. You're looking for a new start, a new career, then perhaps Rice Precision Manufacturing is the spot for you. They service many different industries, from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. A family-owned company right here in Baldwin City, as well as Houston, Texas, with state-of-the-art machine tools and a great work environment. They offer excellent pay and competitive benefits. It's the perfect place to start your next career. Find out more by going to riceprecision.com or sending an email to jobs@riceprecision.com. Well, quickly, this turned into a 10-point Baldwin lead, Ryan, and a lot of it happening on the defensive end.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're just getting some easier buckets, and I think I like the pace that Baldwin's playing at, too. They're pushing the pace a little bit more. They're trying to get out and run. You've seen Caleb Carr kind of pushing the ball up the floor and finding some open guys and getting it to Sam Darnell in transition. I just think Burlington, they're not really a push-the-pace kind of team. They're more of a half-court kind of team, as we've seen. They're not going to run you up and down and out of the gym, so I think that really plays into Baldwin's hands.
Carr with 9 to lead the way right now for the Bulldogs. And he has been a big part of this current 9-0 run. He had the 2 free throws to close out the first quarter, and he has 4 of the 6 so far, 4 of the 7 so far in this period. Another missed bunny for Baldwin. Torres missing the layup. Grossner missing from point-blank range as well, and Burlington really dodged one there. Blocking foul on Caleb Carr as he tried to surprise Brody Webb-Feltz on that outlet. But instead, Caleb picks up his second and the 4th team foul.
I think Torres was just a little too close. He's knocked down a couple of threes already. Missed the open layup. That's all right. It happens sometimes.
The lead remains 10 for Baldwin with just over 5 to go in the first half. Sides pick and roll to Hegg. And that rims out. Kept alive. Sides unable to convert. And then a foul committed by Burlington after the Darnell rebound. Sixth team foul charged to Burlington. It's the first personal foul for Sage Pfeiffer. Caleb spots Torres open for 3, and you were right on the money, Ryan. Torres says, that's where I like it. 22-9. Torres matching his career high with 8 first half points, and now an answer from Sage Pfeiffer, who knocks down the deep 3. That ends a 12-0 Baldwin run. Big shot for Burlington and the sophomore Sage Pfeiffer.
I think from the Burlington perspective, they're going to want to do a lot more of that. The Baldwin kind of leaving them open around the outside, daring them to shoot from the outside.
Darnell at the high post. Spins right around Haig, and this time Darnell able to convert. Pfeiffer, kick to the corner. And another three for Burlington as Brody Webb-Feltz knocks down the tray.
Baldwin's content to play at this kind of pace all night long, though.
Right up their wheelhouse as Darnell once again off of the feed by Caleb Carr. Haig, kick out up top. Pfeiffer, he just hit one a moment ago. Does he fire up another? Goes on the drive this time. Darnell clears for Baldwin.
Nice job by Grosser challenging that shot without fouling.
Darnell looked to the bench, says, I'm dead. Pulled his front of his jersey. So Donnie Blanchett looks down the bench, gonna bring a sub in there for Darnell, and Sam has never heard a whistle he liked more than that one. Stops play, and he'll come out of the lineup. Darnell with 5 points, 5 rebounds here in this first half. So Leo Schoenberger will come in for him. The foul ball away on Brody Anderson of Burlington, and it is their 7th, so it will put Baldwin on the line, a 1-and-1 for Caleb Carr. So Schoenberger checks in along with Caden Englert. Schoenberger played the first time Tuesday night against Anderson County, 2 points, 1 rebound in his freshman debut. Good frame at 6'3" as Carr steps up and knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1. Carr into double figures for the 3rd straight game to start this season. Grosser, good effort. Oh, and then they're going to call him for a push in the end, though. Good hustle there. Good effort by Riker. Picks up his first foul, though. It's the 15th foul.
The foul is on Riker Grosser. That is his first personal foul.
3:22 to play in the half. A 12-point Baldwin lead.
Grosser has kind of been asserting himself as the top rebounder for the Bulldogs so far these first two-plus games.
I think that's a great sign for a guy that, last year played maybe a little passively at times, a really good athlete that just maybe didn't have the confidence to go in there and bang with the guys for the boards, but that has not been an issue this year for him. He's leading the team at 7.5 rebounds a game. He has 4 so far tonight, including a couple of offensive rebounds. Carr directing traffic, wants to clear out. And Anderson able to knock it away from behind after Carr got around him. Darnell, a quick blow, he's back in along with Torres. Grosser and Cooper Carr will check out. Up to Schoenberger. Caleb the blow by and the easy lay-in. Lead is 14 with 2.5 to play to the half. Sides from the corner. Carr the rebound. Schoenberger in the good spot right there as that ball came flipping around the back of Caleb Carr, and Bulldogs have it up 14. Darnell on the roll, fed by Carr but missed it. Schoenberger in for the offensive rebound, and the stick back to the freshman Leo Schoenberger.
Nice job. Just do a little jump stop, get under control, and put it back up in.
Quick trigger the other side, and a swish from Brody Anderson from downtown. And it is a stoppage of play for the net. It got hung up after the make. And now a timeout taken by Burlington, I believe. Or is it Baldwin that took the timeout?
Yeah,
Baldwin took it. Okay, so Baldwin takes the timeout here with 1:56 to play in the half. And the Bulldogs leading 31-18. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by the Bullpen. Also, want to remind you the Bullpen wants to tell you to go down and hang out with them at the Nook this Saturday, 2 to 4, 703 8th Street. Enjoy a meet and greet with the author of Wyatt's Big Adventures with Shriners. That author is an amazing young man, Wyatt Shield, 7-year-old, who has authored that book about his incredible adventures. And let me tell you, he has adventures. Was born with 6 fingers on both of his hands and was told among many things that it was going to be a struggle, that he'd never write and he wouldn't be able to put his own name on a piece of paper. Well, he's authored a book about his adventures through Shriners Hospitals for Children, and he is quite the amazing young man. So go down and meet Wyatt, hear his story this Saturday, December 10th at the Nook from 2 to 4. His motto, little kids can do big things. And he has certainly done that in his very brief, just like I'm pretty sure he's 7 now, 7 years of life. But in my other job with the Kansas Shrine Bowl, I've had the opportunity to meet Wyatt, and he is quite the little guy. So go out to the Nook this Saturday, 2 to 4 here in Baldwin. Here's Englert. 3 seconds. Hold on, Darnell. And very emphatic 3 seconds on Darnell.
Darnell looks down at his feet and says, I was just outside the lane.
31-18. Baldwin by a nice 13-point margin here as we hit the final 135 of this half. Had 2 early ties, 2 early lead changes, but here in the second quarter, Baldwin has really taken over control of this game.
Aside from a couple clutch corner threes from, I believe that was Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson has hit one, Pfeiffer has hit one, and Webb Feltz have also hit a 3 in this second quarter. You're right, that's what's kept them from really letting this thing get out of hand on them. So Baldwin has it with a minute to play in the half, leading by 13. Caleb Carr, he's been in control all night. Leads all scorers with 12 points. He has 3 assists as well and 5 rebounds. One-hand bounce pass into Darnell. Back up top to Grossner. Swing to Torres, and Talon Torres, that's the part of his game, Ryan. If he can develop confidence in doing that, we know he can shoot the 3. He's knocked down a couple of them, but that is going to open up that opportunity for him with the way he's shooting 3s to drive and score like that.
I agree 100%. That was so good. Get it? And you could see the defender, and here we go.
Carr sends blood in the water, went for the steal, and he'll head back to the free throw line as another steal from a man who averaged 3 steals per game a year ago. He's averaging 3 steals per game through 2 so far this year. Just so good with his quick hands and just sensing when that ball handler's in trouble with the ball right there, as Burlington was. And it's 2 more free throws for Carr on the second foul committed by Pfeiffer.
Caleb's kind of one of those rare breeds of he's the best player on the team, but you kind of talked about his points being down a little bit this year. That's the least of his concerns. His game starts on the defensive end, getting steals, and it's controlling the pace of the game and getting his teammates open and some good looks, and whatever he can contribute scoring, that's just helps out even more.
Yeah, and it's not even so much that the scoring numbers are down, it's just the attempts. I mean, like I said, 11 field goal attempts only in 2 games as Darnell rejects that one. But he's getting to the line. He did that a ton last year as well. I mean, last year he shot 170 free throws in their 21 games, averaged right around 8 attempts per game. He's already attempted 10 free throws in the first half of this one. And oh, by the way, he's made 8 of those. So it's pretty good numbers there at the line for Carr, who's helped give Baldwin a 17-point first half lead. But you're right, he would score 2 points and have a dozen assists if that's how the game script led it to. And he'd be perfectly happy with it. That ball knocked out of bounds, and it went off the leg. But wait, initially they said Baldwin ball. Now the officials are going to get together and talk about it. The official from the side, he had come in pointing towards Burlington, and now they will say Baldwin basketball. So another turnover forced here late in the half. One last chance to extend what's a 17-point lead. Carr scored right at the end of the first quarter, and now sets up his brother Cooper. 3-pointer misses. Darnell, good attempt to try to tap that one back up there, but the Bulldogs will take a 17-point lead into the locker room. 35-18 Baldwin after 1. You're watching Baldwin Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors. The Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show is coming up next.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face to face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Halftime here in Baldwin. We welcome you to the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. There to help you protect what matters most. That's Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting and see how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. Baldwin dance team going to perform here at the half, so you can watch that in the background as we run through some first half numbers for you in this one. And it's another strong start to a ball game for Baldwin. They've been better at that this year, getting off to better starts. That was one of your big keys for them coming into this game. And they some early turnovers, certainly had to get through that. But once they got that in check, they really took off.
Yeah, it was a pretty sloppy first quarter from both teams overall. But once Baldwin kind of got into the groove, they were able to knock some shots down and get some more turnovers from Burlington and get some easier shots. It looked like their offense started to come a little bit easier, and I said it earlier in the first half, I like the pace that they're playing with, and a lot of that has to do with Caleb Carr and just his ability to control the game, control the pace, and get all of his teammates open looks, and he's been putting in some buckets himself tonight too, so it's been overall pretty good performance in the first half.
After turning it over 6 times in the first quarter, Baldwin had just 1 second quarter turnover, while Burlington piled up another 4 in the second quarter after 7 in the first quarter, so big part of that, and Baldwin closed out that first half on a 11-3 run, and if it were not for 3 second quarter threes, Burlington made just 3 shots in the second quarter. They were all threes though, so that really kept it from getting out of hand in that second quarter. Baldwin outscoring Burlington 23-9 in that second period to take what was a 3-point game at the start of the quarter and balloon that into a 17-point game here at the break now.
Yeah, the entire first half, Baldwin's defense, you can't ask much more than what they've been doing. They've been moving their feet, and they've been kind of daring Burlington to take the outside shot. Like you mentioned, those 3 threes they hit in the second quarter, but other than that, their offense has been pretty stagnant, and they're not one of those teams that's going to get out and run like Baldwin does and get some easy buckets. It looks like they're content to just kind of play in the half court and get some open shots that way, and Baldwin's been doing a good job shutting that down.
Baldwin leads at 35-18 here at the break. We'll run down all the first half numbers for you right after this word from Farm Bureau Financial Services.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face to face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Here's the first half numbers for you, as it is a 35-18 Baldwin lead at the break. Burlington in the first half led by Grant Haig and Sage Pfeiffer, who each scored 5. Brody Webb-Feltz with 3. Brody Anderson with 3. Cody Long added 2 for Burlington. On the glass, it was Cody Long with 3 first half rebounds. Grant Haig and Brody Anderson pulled down 2 boards apiece for Burlington, but they turned it over 11 times. were 3 of 3 at the free throw line. Didn't get there, though, very much, as they were outshot 12-3 at the line. And Baldwin shot a healthy 9 of 12 percentage at that free throw line. So some bonus points in the matchup there. The turnover battle won by Baldwin 7-11 in the turnovers. And Baldwin really took control in that second quarter. Caleb Carr, 14 points. So he's matched his season high from opening night against Paola already in the first half of this one. A lot of that damage coming at the line. 8 of 10 for Carr at the free throw line. Talon Torres already in double figures at the break as well. Talon with a career high 10 points. And we've only played half of this one. He opened up the year with an 8-point game at Paola, or not at Paola, but against Paola. And he has put in 10 so far through the first half. So 24 of the 35 from those two guys, Caleb Carr and Talon Torres. Riker Grossner, Cooper Carr, and Leo Schoenberger each with 2 points apiece. And Sam Darnell with 5 points. Sam also tied with Caleb Carr for the team lead in rebounds in the first half. They each had 5. Riker Grossner right there behind them with 4. And Carr leading the way as the first half distributor for the Bulldogs. 3 first half assists for Caleb Carr. So that's a pretty good line there. 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists through 16 minutes of basketball in this one for Caleb Carr. And he has helped give Baldwin a 35-18 lead here over Burlington as the Bulldogs look to get to 3-0 for the first time since 2015. They are certainly well on their way to it, but a whole half of basketball to go, and Burlington, for the third straight game now, will have to be battled from behind after a heartbreaking double overtime loss on opening night against Holton, and then a game that kind of like this was close early on, and then a late first half run by Lewisburg gave the Wildcats of Lewisburg a pretty good lead over the Wildcats of Burlington, and then they were able to Lewisburg hold on and win that game by 11 on Tuesday night. So we'll see how much fight the Wildcats have in this second half. I expect them to come out and try to make a run, but Baldwin has to like where they sit. 35-18, they lead here at the break. Coming up next, it's the second half. You've been watching the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. If you're looking for personal service from a local agent, then Kelly Neufeld is your guy. Give him a call at 785-594-1055. Kelly and his team, proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they'd love to support you in your financial future as well. At Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City, it's your future. Let's protect it.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
We're back here in Baldwin, getting set for the second half of this ball game, which Baldwin leads 35-18 over Burlington. A look at the upcoming schedule here on Baldwin Sports Live. We hit the road for a pair of games next week. Baldwin travels to Lewisburg on Tuesday night, and then at Spring Hill on Friday night of next week. You can catch both games here on Baldwin Sports Live. And then Tuesday, the following week, they're back home to host Tonganoxie in the final game prior to the Christmas break. They'll be off then until January 6th when they return to action on the road at Eudora. Check out our upcoming broadcast schedule and so much more in your local community newspaper, the Baldwin City Community News. You can subscribe for just $5 a month right now. You can get the whole next year for just $50, so that's 2 months free for you. Stay up to date with all the latest local news from the Baldwin City Community Newspaper. You can subscribe downtown at the Nook, 703 8th Street, for your local weekly newspaper, the Baldwin City Community News. All right, second half, 17-point lead. You got to like where you're at for Baldwin. We talked to about handling as we take a look at our State Farm Insurance game plan. The press break, really haven't had to see that because whether strategy changed for Burlington, haven't made many shots either to be able to get into a press. But Baldwin certainly has continued to share the ball, so far so good as far as our State Farm Insurance game plan goes. And how about that to start a second half? As easy as it gets for Darnell on the feed by Cooper Carr.
Yeah, if I had to guess, Burlington might have seen some of that Anderson County film and how easily Baldwin was able to break their press. And so maybe the heck with it. We don't need to give them 10 to 12 layups.
Well, they only made 5 shots in this game, too. And, I mean, I think you're right. I would agree that had I saw that film, I probably would have said, let's not press them. They break that too easily. But it's hard, even if that was in the game plan for him, hard to do when you aren't making shots and turn it over 11 times. Darnell is called for the foul on that entry pass to Haig. So Sam picks up his second. Burlington in a danger spot right now, down 19. They get 2 back there from Cody Long. 2 ties, 2 lead changes in the first half. That all happened in the opening 3 minutes of the game. Cooper fakes left, fakes right, goes back left, but missed it short. Feltz gives it up to Pfeiffer, who matched Haig with a team high 5 points in the first half. Now inside they go to Haig. Good job defending without fouling, but Grossner couldn't hold the rebound. Grossner coming off a career-high 10 rebounds Tuesday night against Anderson County. He's added 4 so far tonight. Team's leading rebounder coming in here to this 3rd game of the year. Nice little up and under there by Cody Long, and a chance to make it into 3 as he gets the bucket and a foul on Baldwin. And it's on Darnell again, Ryan, so that's 2 quick ones in this 3rd quarter, gives him 3 for the game.
Yeah, it's now what you want if you're Sam coming out to start the second half. Get a nice easy bucket, lay up, and then you commit 2 fouls, and it looks like Donnie's going to leave him in.
So tell the senior, play smart. We need you out there. It's a 15-point Baldwin lead. Grossner. Now Caleb Carr, nice pass inside to Darnell. He slipped through that and drops the bucket with a chance at 3.
And finally he's able to convert one of those high pick and rolls. Caleb, a couple times now, has done a nice job just picking up his dribble right away and feeding it to Sam in there. He's missed a couple of them layups. Finally got one to go. See if he can't convert the N1 here.
Misses the free throw, and how about Grossner with another offensive rebound? That's his 3rd offensive board of this game. Carr trying to orchestrate again. Gives it up to Cooper Carr. Nice backdoor find. Grossner on the reverse lay-in. Cooper with a good spot, and Grossner with a beautiful basket cut to finish it.
Yeah, great awareness on both ends. Seeing that your defender's not really watching you, cutting to the basket. Nice job by Cooper to find him.
Back up to a 19-point Baldwin lead. Torres almost took it away from Haig. Pfeiffer fires up a deep 3. And it bounds out of bounds. Bulldog basketball up 19. Brody Anderson checks back in for Burlington. Full court man-to-man pressure here from Burlington, but that's easy pickings for Caleb. And he went right at Haig, who had a little contact there, but nothing much to draw a foul, and won't stop Caleb from scoring it to push the Baldwin lead up to 21.
So that's exactly what I love to see from Caleb, though. In some games past, he might have just tried to go all the way and commit a charge there. He just pulls up for a nice little floater and keeps himself out of getting a foul.
And then he rips it away from Long on this hit. Another Carr steal numbers. Caleb, underhand shuffle to Darnell, who's into double figures for the 2nd time on the 5th assist of the night for Caleb Carr.
Yeah, Carr gets going like this in a rhythm, and then he just seems unstoppable.
When they look back, perhaps the best thing that could have happened was Carr getting called for 3 charges on opening night, because I think you're right. It's sort of put in his mind that other option, and that's that little floater, that little jump stop mid-range jumper, and he's got such good touch. You can tell that by the way he passes the ball and his stealing, the way he's able to just reach in and steal the ball so cleanly all the time, that his touch is so good that perhaps those early charges in that game kind of rewrote the algorithm for him, and now he's really got that mid-range game going.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there. I think sometimes he'd get on a drive and get his head down and think he just has to get all the way to the rim, but nice.
Englert sets up Darnell that time, and this second half starting a lot like the first half started on Tuesday night for Darnell. He's right now the beneficiary of a lot of easy buckets and another steal on the quick hands by Carr. Up to Grossner. Does Stam get another one? Not this time, but he gets it back in traffic. Up top to Carr. Caleb drives, and it opens wide open there for Caleb Carr to lay it in.
Just got the rhythm of the game in his back pocket, knows exactly what to do at all times.
It's a 12-0 Baldwin run, and the lead has ballooned to 27 for the Bulldogs. Gambles for a steal that time. Good help defense, though. Darnell got over there, not enough, though, to stop Cody Long from scoring his 3rd bucket already in this second half. 8 points now for the senior guard, Cody Long, for Burlington, but it's a 49-24 Baldwin lead. Carr in total control on the offensive end. Grossner on the skip, missed the 3. Darnell amongst 2 Wildcats could not stick it. No, it goes off his hands and out of bounds. Torres, McLaughlin, and Cooper Carr all check in for Baldwin. McLaughlin in for the first time, the 6'1 sophomore. Three and a half to go, 3rd quarter. Baldwin, after outscoring Burlington 23-9 in the 2nd quarter to really give them some separation, they've kept it going now into this 3rd quarter. A 14-6 advantage in the period. A couple of free throws coming up for Burlington. Haig will go to the strike. The foul on Baldwin is charged to Cooper Carr. His first and the team's 3rd. Haig, 5 points, 3 rebounds tonight, and his first missed free throw. He was 3 for 3 prior to that. Baldwin by 24.
This is something I was interested to see once Caleb goes out of the game, how they break the press. Just
they
like
shoot
that.
threes from Talon Torres. Engler got it up to him, and Torres with 13, including 3 triples. Haig gets the baseline, floats it up, and gets the roll. So here's that 1-2-1-1 press that we thought we were going to see a lot tonight. Did not really see it at all in the first half. That ball deflected out by Haig. Carr will come back on along with Darnell and Grossner here at the 2:38 mark of the 3rd. And Baldwin comfortably out in front at 52-27. Floated up and in by Cooper Carr. Haig out of the short corner, trying to shoot it over Darnell, goes off the side of the glass. Caleb out to the little bro Cooper, not there that time. Good look though. Haig, a lob underneath Long. And a good job by Cody Long on the feed there by Grant Haig, but Long having a good second half now, 8 points in the half, 10 for the game. Darnell trying to take Haig off the dribble. Anderson back the other way for Burlington.
Nothing coming easy for Burlington on this end of the floor. They're having to fight and scrap for everything.
And so far, that has been the case for the Bulldog opponents, averaging just 38.5 per game right now to start this season. 36 given up to Paola, only 41 surrendered to Anderson County. And with a minute left in the third, they have Burlington under 30. Meanwhile, Baldwin averaging 63 a night. And they're well on their way to that number again here. Haig eventually tees one up from straight on and drills it.
That's why they got some good shooters, some good players. I don't understand the pace that they play at so slow they get into their offense.
Torres having a nice night, can't hit that one, but Darnell gives him a second chance. Darnell got a little too greedy going for that second offensive rebound, and using Haig to leverage himself for the board, picks up his fourth foul.
He did everything but have Haig give him a piggyback right that time. He really got up on. That was an over the back for sure.
And that will put Darnell on the bench with 4 fouls. Caden Englert checks in. Normally you'd be concerned about Darnell having to check out with 4 fouls here in the third quarter, but with a 22-point lead, it won't be quite as concerning as long as Baldwin can continue to lock it down on this end of the floor. This is Cam Stadel, who gives it up to Anderson. Another long possession here with not even really a chance at a look so far.
And you got to give Baldwin a lot of credit defensively for that. But
Haig eventually gets open, but can't hit out of the corner. And that will end the third. 54-32 Baldwin as we go to the fourth here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
(54-32) Baldwin as we start the fourth quarter tonight. The Baldwin Bulldogs 2-0 for the first time since 2017. They can notch a 3-0 start for the first time since 2015, and they have 8 minutes to go to get there. And leading by 22 as Burlington will control it to start the quarter. Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors here on Baldwin Sports Live. Long has had a nice second half, and that continues as he knocks down a three. 13 points this evening for Cody Long. Caleb Carr at the controls for Baldwin. Torres inside. Floater is short. Rebounded by Pfeiffer. And Long will go right at the bucket, get stripped, and it will stay with Burlington.
Caleb Carr's got some of the quickest hands I've just ever seen. I don't know. His hand-eye coordination must also be off the charts because the amount of just deflections and tips on the ball that he gets, it's crazy.
Long that time missed a three, and it's Carr the rebound. He has filled it up tonight with 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Season high numbers across the board for Carr. And what has been an excellent start to his senior season, was named second team All-League last year, but made honorable mention All-State as well. There was a deep Frontier League last year. There's a lot of talent. A lot of that talent has graduated from many of the programs. Baldwin lost a very good player in Cole Mahaffey, but this is a Baldwin team that when you look across the scope of the league in the area, they are about as experienced of a team coming back as any, which a lot of times bodes well for early season success and total success for that matter, and that has been the case, it would seem, for Baldwin, as they are off and running this year at 2-0 and on their way to a 3-0 start here as Carr will pull it back away. Didn't like what he had. Always under control now. Gets the defense sliced up, but then the pass to his brother Cooper Carr, unable to handle it. Long. Thought he might dribble right into a three there, but does not. Haig, the lefty, is able to once again get to that strong hand and finish it with a chance at a three-point play. He's into double figures with 13 tonight as well to match Cody Long for the team's leading scorer.
Yeah, I agree. Both him and Long have had really nice second halves, especially. They've not really gotten Burlington back in this game, but maybe build some confidence for their future here.
They get Iola and Wellsville both on the road next week for Burlington. Free throw missed and rebounded by Cooper Carr. 54-37. Baldwin 2 minutes into this fourth quarter has not scored yet, but still a nice 17-point lead, and that changes now as Caleb Carr with 20 points tonight.
Yeah, he's just so hard to stay in front of, and then once he gets past you got to rely on your help defense to come over and help you out, and more times than not, he's just too quick. He gets to the bucket before the help comes and gets yet another and one.
Fifth foul on Sage Pfeiffer, so he fouls out of the game. 5 points, a couple of rebounds tonight for the sophomore Pfeiffer. And Cooper Carr's big night, up with 21 points. A timeout, Baldwin. The Bulldogs lead by 20 with 5:55 to play here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
(57-37). Baldwin leads with 5:55 to go. Along with Ryan Helmer, I'm Bryce Kessler. It's been another good night for Bulldog basketball here. The girls earlier this evening, a 50-31 win over Burlington. They are now 3-0. Baldwin is on the girls' side. And the boys are a little less than 6 minutes away from etching a 3-0 start to their season. Darnell going to help cut off Long. Now Haig skip intercepted. Grossner coast to coast, and Riker missed the layup. Now Baldwin has had their fair share of missed layups tonight.
Yeah, again, if you want to get nitpicky like I usually do, a lot of missed layups, couple just wide open on fast breaks as well.
It looked like, and I don't know for sure, but it looked like Grossner was kind of a little bit in between what he wanted to do with that, whether he was going to try to gather himself and go up and dunk it, or whether he was going to just lay it in, and he just kind of got caught in no man's land, went right kind of at the center of the hoop as opposed to getting the angle to lay it in. A foul on the pass to Darnell, and that will be the fifth on Burlington, so baseline inbound coming up for Baldwin. The foul is on Brody Webb-Phelps, his second personal. Torres, he's had a hot hand tonight, and it continues out of the corner for Talon Torres. 16 with 4 triples.
He's got kind of one of those funky releases on his shot, but I'll tell you what, he's about as silky smooth shooter as we got.
Yeah, I would not call it an orthodox stroke from Torres, but he has it dialed in right now. He had made 4 threes in the first 2 games to start this season, and he has 4 more to add to that tonight. Carr getting up off of the floor, ends up fouling Cody Long. 3 on Caleb. And they are going to give Long 2 shots on this one. 13 points, 3 boards tonight from Cody Long. 11 of his 13 have come in this second half. Darnell now 1 rebound shy of his first double-double of the year. 13 points, 9 rebounds tonight for Darnell. Carr passes up on the attempt. Grossner sliding his way in, but it won't drop for Riker. Rebounded by Haig. Nice move there by Sides. Splits defenders to get himself a chance at a lay-in, but it is missed and rebounded by Caleb Carr. Quick ball movement by the Bulldogs. Grossner from the corner. Bingo! 63-38 Baldwin. With 3:50 to go. And that is a Baldwin foul. And that is their 7th, so free throws coming up for Burlington.
I'd say offensively for the Bulldogs, if there's one thing I can really pick out that has improved so much from last year to this year is just their ball movement. You mentioned it in that last possession there. I mean, last year I felt at times they would get a little bit too stagnant and stand around and kind of wait for Caleb to penetrate and make something happen. But this year, I just love the ball movement. They get it to the corner. They can whip it around, swing it. They get it to the high post, make that defense collapse, and doing a great job playing together. It's not just everybody's individual confidence that's up, but as a whole, as a team, confidence, both boys and girls, is just flying right now.
Grossner's 3 short. Webb Feltz the rebound. A 23-point Baldwin lead with 3.5 to go. Long lost it. Tie up. It'll be Baldwin basketball with 3:23 to go. Coming up following the conclusion of this, we'll take a quick timeout, come back and name our Farm Bureau Financial Services player of the game. And then we'll also have all of the final numbers from New Frontier Tax and Business Services and put the finishing touches on what's been another nice night of hoops here at the Doghouse for the Baldwin Bulldogs.
See, with a nice, comfortable 23-point lead here, if Coach Blanchett puts in the bench guys here to finish it out, see what time. Certainly don't want anybody to get injured in a late game like this.
A little give and go action there leads to another 2. Haig misses. Long is fouled on the putback. It's the 4th on Caleb Carr. Two shots for Cody Long. Darnell wanted that double-double. He was exploding in there to get that rebound.
He's used to those one-on-ones.
It's Grossner instead with the board, who's put up another 7 rebounds to go along with 7 points tonight. There's some contact, and there is the whistle. Came in a little late, but I think in the end they get it right, and Darnell will go to the line with 2:41 to go, and the Bulldogs leading by 25. Third foul on Haig. See if Sam can make a free throw here. He's now 1 for 4 with that miss. Just 4 out of 13 to start the year at the line. Last year he was 52%, so Still some room for improvement there, but certainly higher than the 4 for 13 mark he has going to start this season. Does knock down the second one. Baldwin just a couple of buckets away as well, Ryan, from putting up back-to-back 70-point nights, which that is, just scoring 70 in and of itself makes you tough to beat. And when you're holding opponents down under 40 on most nights, then it makes you really tough.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. If you can shoot for that 70-point mark, I mean, it's not easy to get to, but the way Baldwin runs their offense and the pace they play at, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but
Long, not there for him. Carr the rebound. Cooper will bring it up with 2 minutes left to play. And Baldwin on their way to a 3-0 start, up 66-40. Another assist for Caleb Carr as he finds Riker Grossner, and a timeout Baldwin to get the subs in. And a big ovation for this starting group that comes out, and that well-deserved ovation for the Bulldogs tonight. 68-40 they lead it as Nye, Englert, Schoenberger all check back in. And for the first time, we see Braden Statham here on the new season. And also Colton Collum checks in for the first time tonight. He played well on Tuesday night in Anderson County in his freshman debut. On the other side for Burlington, Cashton Payer, Maddox Cheever, Lane Griffith, Riley Majors, and Chance Haig have all checked in for the Wildcats. Who turn it over? Schoenberger. A bucket puts him over 70. Englert will fire for it, and it's Collum who does not officially get the rebound there, but it will be Baldwin basketball. Collum with 4 points and 3 rebounds on Tuesday night against Anderson County with the 6'5 freshman, so certainly have something there. Statham, the senior, in for the first time this season. Schoenberger to Collum. An aggressive move to the bucket there for Colton, and he will head to the free throw line. A couple of tosses coming up for him. The foul is on Maddox Cheever. Collum to the line for 2. Nice free throw stroke there for Collum. (69-40) Baldwin. A little more than a minute to go. Majors up top to Pair. And that is Baldwin basketball. One minute remaining in the fourth. A game that started out back and forth through the first 4 minutes or so. Completely went towards Baldwin in the second quarter, and the Bulldogs will continue to run away with it. On top by 29 here in the closing seconds. Majors is fouled, so we'll stop for a couple of free throws here with 38 seconds left. Leo Schoenberger is called for the foul.
Well, I don't know if we're going to get to 70, Bryce.
They will. There's a bucket coming here. Schoenberger's wide open underneath.
Yeah, he's a walking
and there
bucket.
It is.
There we go.
71-40 with 16 seconds to go. Back-to-back 70-plus point games for the Bulldogs this week. 72 on Tuesday, 71 tonight. The defense has been great, allowing just under 40 points per game now through 3 games to start this season, while scoring just shy of 70 points per game.
Yeah, and you kind of mentioned as we go into the season, we get deeper into the schedule, it'll get a little bit harder, some tougher opponents for the Bulldogs, but we've kind of talked about it. You want to go 6-0 if you can before that Christmas break, because if you can do that and really set yourself up coming out of that Christmas break for a nice stretch run into the postseason, I think Baldwin, they know they're good this year. They got a good team going. They can keep their confidence high.
1 of 2 for Cashton Payer at the free throw line, and that will do it. A 30-point victory on their home floor tonight as Baldwin defeats Burlington 71-41. We'll name our Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game when we come back right after this 1-minute timeout.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back. It's a final 71-41. Baldwin 3-0 for the first time since 2015 as they win this one by 30. 2 ties, 2 lead changes all in the first quarter, and then Baldwin a 23-9 advantage in the second quarter. They took off from there, and they run away with this one 71-41. It's time to name our Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game. Once again, a lot of Bulldogs with big nights, but it was certainly led by their senior all-league guard, Caleb Carr. Tonight's Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game. How about this line, Ryan? 23 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. That's getting the job done, leading this team. I
mean, not to mention probably another 4 or 5 steals on the other end. I mean, it's just incredible the stat line Caleb's been putting together night in and night out. He's the straw that stirs the drink, a lot like Carly Neufeld for the girls, and everything's going to go through him. He played his butt off tonight, and like you said, had a nice little line and led Baldwin to what it seemed like a nice, easy victory tonight, a 30-point win, and take some confidence into Tuesday night, which might be a little bit tougher opponent. We'll see. But overall, 3-0, you're halfway to that 6-0 mark I talked about before that Christmas break comes. So all good tonight for the Bulldogs.
Player of the Game brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services. From insurance to investments, wealth management, and financial planning, Farm Bureau is there to help you protect what matters most. Call today and set up a meeting with your local Farm Bureau team at 785-594-1055. It's your future. Let's protect it. We'll have all the final numbers for you when we come back. We'll check the numbers with New Frontier Tax and Business Services. Bulldogs, big winners tonight, 71-41 over Burlington.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Baldwin, big winners tonight, 71-41 your final as the Bulldogs improved to 3-0. Both the boys and girls 3-0 to start this season. The girls with a 50-31 win earlier tonight. The boys with a 71-41 win here to cap it off inside the doghouse tonight for Baldwin. Let's check the final numbers. Brought to you by New Frontier Tax and Business Services at 608 High Street in Baldwin City. They'll help you confidently tackle tax season, even the highly specific situations. Doesn't matter. They'll make sense of it all. They'll help you meet your critical business needs, and they'll do it all with minimal investment. Timely, accurate, and reliable services, all at an affordable cost to help your business grow and succeed. Visit newfrontiertbs.com or call 785-594-1204 to learn more. Well, Burlington had some troubles keeping possession of the basketball tonight. They turned it over 16 times. Baldwin ended up with just 9 and only 3 after the first quarter. So really got better at possession of the ball. And Burlington, after that first quarter where it was 7-6 in terms of turnovers, the rest of the way, Burlington ended up turning it over 9 times to just 3 for Baldwin. Burlington 8 of 17 at the line. Baldwin went 12 of 18 at the free throw line in this game. Leading the way for Burlington was a pair of double-figure scores. Cody Long with 14, Grant Hegg with 13. A dozen of the 14 for Long came in the second half. The rest of the scoring, Brody Anderson with 3, Caston Payer with 1, Sage Pfeiffer with 5, Brody Webb-Feltz with 5, and leading the rebounding tally was Grant Hegg. He had 6 rebounds in this game to lead the way. Cody Long, second on the team with 4. For Baldwin, a big night from Caleb Carr. He led 3 different scorers in double figures tonight. 23 points for Carr to go along with 7 rebounds and 7 assists. Season highs across the board for the honorable mention All-State guard last year as a junior, and a big start to his senior season and his best game of the year so far in what's been 3 good games to start. But tonight was excellent for the Bulldogs, helping lead them to this victory. Talon Torres, how about his night? 4 3-pointers tonight for Torres, part of a 16-point game. It doubles his previous career high of 8, which he had on opening night against Paola. So big 16-point game from Torres, and Darnell, double figures for him as well. 14 points to go along with what I have him at as 9. Now we'll get the official stats from the game film when the coaches post all that after this one. So perhaps a double-double tonight from Darnell. I have him 1 rebound shy of a double-double, but another good game nonetheless from Darnell. Riker Grosner, 9 points, 8 rebounds. A very good game from the Bulldogs' leading rebounder of the year coming in as well. And then Cooper Carr, 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. The freshman, that final starter. Those are the 5 starters tonight and have been so far, all putting up really good numbers tonight. And in one category or another, it was a season high across the board for this Bulldog starting lineup. Off of the bench tonight, Leo Schoenberger with 4 Baldwin points. That was the only points that came off of the bench, but that was not to say that the bench wasn't productive in this game for the Bulldogs. They didn't necessarily have to score, but you had Nye with an assist. You had Caden Engler with a pair of assists. I forgot Colton Collum. He also had 1 point, so there was one more bench point there from Colton Collum. Brayton Statham pulled down a rebound as well when he was in the game, and they did this all as well without Joey Zembecki for a second straight night, who only had 18 points on opening night in the win over Paola. They're hoping to get him back in the near future, hopefully this next week, with a couple of big road games against Lewisburg and Spring Hill. So they're only going to get better when he gets back in the lineup as well. But this Bulldog team, they're humming right now through 3 games to start back-to-back 70-point nights, and they win this one here this evening, 71-41. We'll be on the air for 2 road games next week as the Bulldogs go to Lewisburg Tuesday night and at Spring Hill on Friday night. You can catch all the action right here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors. 3-0, that's the mark for both the boys and the girls, as the girls win it 50-31 tonight. The boys 71-41 winners. You've been watching Bulldog basketball presented by Hayden Outdoors. For Ryan Hilmer, I'm Bryce Kessler. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Have a safe weekend, and tune back in next Tuesday as the Dogs travel to Lewisburg here on Baldwin Sports Live.
You've been watching Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com. Baldwin Sports Live also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Codiano State Farm Insurance, Heartland Plumbing, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hers Incorporated, Rice Precision Manufacturing, The Bullpen, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, New Frontier Tax and Business Services, the Lumberyard Arts Center, Jobats, Baldwin City Community Newspaper, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin Sports Live.